This program is intended for a mature audience. If you are not 18 years old, stop listening and find more age-appropriate content. If you are offended by any content herein, that is your own problem as you have been warned. Do not try this at home.
Release the Kraken!
Because I am ready, and I will not let this opportunity slip through my fingers. Cup of coffee, man, yeah. Man! Wow, man!
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it!
Oh, I am enjoying this.
Get on with it!
Yes, and that's exactly what we are going to do. I am your announcer, Henry Strader. This is Bad Habits Network, Monday Night COVID number 3. Henry, you don't have to do the upward inflection. We know you have no personality. I know, I was just giving it a fair shot. With us today are the two most premier tattoo artists and piercers and marathon runner and doodle mash artist from Alkali-Tattoo. I give you Jake and Adam.
This is where we say stuff?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
From what I have in the retainer, yes.
Yeah. All right.
Hello, gentlemen.
How's it going?
Yeah. I didn't know.
You got to point at me or something.
Yeah, you got to point or I'll just start doing armpit farts.
I don't know how to respond to that. Next up is Dalton J. Pfeiffer.
I like how you invited these guys to really lighten the mood, but meanwhile they're just stealing your commodities that you have here, alcohol wipes and paper towels. They're just slowly tucking
Do you
these
think I
things
paid
away.
for them? Fuck off, Henry. I paid for them. You don't have the right to give them out.
I mean, to be fair, Henry is paid in paper towels.
Yes, and toilet paper now.
I think Henry sabotaged me with that pen.
Yeah.
I know nothing of any pen you talk about, sir.
Yeah, we already took one ply out of upstairs. We're going to get the rest.
You peeled them off like a fruit roll-up from the fucking wax.
I'm not working. What else do I have to do?
Also with us is Mandy, not Meg1 on the grams of Insta.
I'm drunk. That's all you need to know.
Welcome to quarantine.
Same old.
Yeah, we said it's Mandy.
That's all you need to know.
Pre-Meg, post-Meg, Karen.
I mean, what she said is translated to hello. You say goodbye, I say I'm drunk.
You say goodbye. I say I'm drunk.
All right, I'm going to turn it over to Gary the Hammer. Yes, thank you, Henry.
Bye, Henry.
So Henry got a fucking package in the mail today. He gets a fucking $250 goddamn microphone, and I don't even know the fucking MSRP of this shit, but it's from Rising Smoke Sauceworks. I haven't even cracked the seal, and you can smell this shit through the seal. And it's hot sauce. From what I'm told, it's hot sauce from Awesome Hell. And it's Fiesta Caliente. And I forgot which one you have right there, Adam.
Smoldering butthole.
Wait, is that seriously what it says? I can't read.
No, it says smoldering embers, but I'm assuming that shortly thereafter it turns into that.
Yes.
I want to see you guys vape this.
I'm not vaping shit.
Yeah. No, this is a straight-up coil killer right here.
This is a fucking straight-up COVID killer.
Yeah, no, I
fuck this Z-Pack bullshit. Fucking vape some hot sauce. You got rid of the COVID now.
This'll smoke the Wuhan right out of you.
You can put this directly on a bat, and we'll.
First of all, if you do that, it will count as a coronavirus.
It's Corona time.
Why you guys handing me these? This is like when someone hands me wine and talks about it. Like I just.
Meanwhile, I'm
this
holding
is
it that
sauce.
just says
Jake,
slow death.
Give it a smell the outside.
Yeah,
it's fucking.
That's because the guy that
phenomenal.
packed it didn't wash his hands.
Apparently so. I don't think he can touch his face anytime soon.
I don't think you realize how much I like hot sauce.
Are these were these arranged in any particular order?
No, they just came out of the box, just
so
like your mom.
So they're just hot,
and hot. There's a fucking little scale on a flame right there.
Oh shit!
And one of them says it's not the hottest thing, and I'm like, okay, this one's called All In. I'm going fucking full bore on this.
Wait, so are we just like passing this around?
Wait, if you want to try it, fucking crack a seal.
This says blistering char. No, don't do that. That's how you get the COVID.
Yeah, someone butt chug it.
We do have to
boof it.
Do not open these.
I mean, to be fair, it will clear out your
sinuses. It'll be like the
sinuses.
Mummy when they open those fucking urns or whatever. And it dies 6 weeks later in a hotel.
The Ark of the Covenant, you just face melt.
Well, it is hot sauce. I'm kind of curious.
This one's called Imhotep.
I don't smell the hot sauce, so I don't know. Maybe.
Well, you're drunk.
Yeah.
So you're definitely
Well,
trying these.
coronavirus takes away your ability to smell. It's one of the
Oh
symptoms.
shit! I have it. Oh no!
Holy shit!
All right, now I got to
sticks in
smell it
nostrils?
since you broke the seal.
That's
Let me
the
get
that's the
some of that.
all-in one.
Oh god, you.
I'm gonna
opened
hold it
up.
like a foot away.
Fuck.
Oh, I wish it was that prank where you squeeze the sides and just
yeah,
shoot
oh
it in the
my
Yeah,
back.
good thing these are glass.
I kind of like
Yeah.
that though. I like that.
You like the smell of it?
Yeah.
All I hear is the fucking studio
I gotta get-
mouse.
That is so good.
Oh, get
I was
some milk.
super.
Yeah, like
I was surprised.
it
I
smells
would totally
artisanal.
eat that.
I will sniff it.
I'm so bummed that we're not eating that.
Shove your nose in it.
Can you go get the veggie
That
straws?
actually doesn't smell. That doesn't smell like that spicy. It smells like a steak sauce.
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
this one it smells like steak sauce
Smells
on
like a
this
spicy
as well.
A1.
Yeah, exactly.
A1.
I love A1.
Yeah, I remember when Sean did the toe of Satan. Hey.
Ooh, ooh.
Yes, the toe of Satan.
Oh my god, I can
Give
see
me
the
a
pepper
chicken
slowly falling in there after you shook it.
Oh,
Ooh.
This looks like pizza sauce.
That
It's-
smells like something I have in my cabinet, though. Like,
This smells like spicy marinara.
Summer's Eve?
yeah, for sure.
It's a hot
this-
summer's Eve, right?
This smells like spicy pizza sauce. This one might already be my favorite. Smoldering embers.
That's a,
I like this one.
Oh, you know
I
what
kinda
it
do
is,
want to
Adam?
taste this one.
It's how I got rid of the chlamydia.
oh my god!
You just put something that burns more.
Yeah. No,
Kill
you fight-
fire with fire.
Yeah, fight fire with fire. Thank you.
Chlamydia's like, oh, I'll leave.
Ooh, that does not taste like
I'll show
pizza sauce.
myself out.
No, it has a good afterbirth.
I just picture
Right, close the door behind me.
Chlamydia's on the episode of Hot Ones. Who would have thought? The two of us here. Huh?
You can drink the water. It's fine. I don't need to. It's fine.
Ah, yeah, that smells great.
That's the voice of chlamydia.
Yeah.
woo!
So I did taste that one that Jake is holding, and it's actually pretty good.
Okay.
Which one is that?
That one's smoldering embers.
That one smells like
It
it
has a
sucked
bunch
twice.
of habaneros on the cover.
It smells like spicy pizza sauce.
This
I'd put that on a pizza.
This one is a little over the medium level
Yeah.
on here.
There you go, D.
Thanks, home slice.
I don't know what to do with it.
Just
That's what.
I already smelled it.
Yeah, like what a bummer though. Like I can't believe we're not tasting all this stuff.
Yeah.
there you go.
This one does smell exactly like the last
That's
one.
why I told the little
The house mouse.
the house mouse to go get the
Vegetable.
veggie
Rata de la
straws.
casa.
And for all the viewers
Thank
out
you.
there, I
Some
hope you
nachos up in
I
here.
hope you appreciate the smells that we're smelling as you listen.
It smells
Yes,
delicious.
yes. Now brought to you in 4D.
Donate to Patreon.
Smell-o-vision.
So far,
You okay there, Jake?
Smell Mandy as she's hanging from the rafters.
That one.
no.
Actually, what is this?
Yeah, that's the Wuhan.
That's the bat.
Yeah.
I'll say like the Fiesta.
Andy doing the bat wing up there.
panties. What are
Yeah,
those?
the Fiesta,
like the chicken
Fiesta
wing, but-
Caliente. That's the one that like I smelled that and I felt it in my throat. So
Yeah.
that's I don't know if that's the hot one, but
I think the hot one's all in, allegedly. So, gentlemen, there is veggie
Sure.
straws.
Okay, this one's Roaring Inferno.
That's for you to
I mean
snort lines of it.
I've been to some feasts, but 6 bottles
I
of hot sauce and
immediately-
veggie straws.
This one is immediately my least favorite. I don't like.
Well-
the fucking smell of it.
I was gonna say, whoever do we want?
Let me get
somebody
some
to
of that
be
smoldering
brave?
embers again.
With a veggie straw.
I really want to
Just
eat that one with
just
a
kind of
veggie
dip
straw.
it, or
I mean, I'll do it. I don't give
snort
a
a line
shit.
of it. Just snort a line
Yeah.
of it right
with
now.
a veggie straw.
Yeah.
Do this one.
It's good for my shit, Joe Rogan.
Hold on, let me.
Chop up some Fiesta Caliente and hit it with a veggie straw,
I'm
and
not-
we'll see you next life.
I
My
don't
balls
give a
were hot.
shit. I like spicy stuff.
A balls was hot.
There, thank you.
Crinkle the bag into the mic so people understand
Yes,
it's a bag
yes.
Was it ASMM or
ASMR.
ASMR? Yeah.
So, Adam, how was your
Oh,
trip
yeah.
to Africa again?
it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I had a great time. I don't know how that was the segue.
Well, you know,
Crinkle the bag, ASMR.
ASMR. So how was Kenya?
So how was Kenya?
No, it was great. I was in Kenya and London. So
Mandy, I was gonna say, just pick one up. Don't drizzle them all over.
Dip it right
It's not,
in there.
it's not ketchup and fries.
It's
okay?
literally the size of a fucking veggie straw.
Okay, I'm gonna try one too.
Which one's smoldering embers? I really want to
That's,
try
what,
that.
that's the one. Yeah.
Give me a
That
veggie
one-
straw, please.
Yeah.
That one's already my favorite.
No, that tastes smoky to me, not like super.
A little bit of Chipotle.
smoldering embers.
Yeah,
A
it's
little bit of
smoky.
Chipotle.
It's not hot. It's smoky. All in. I'm gonna go for the balls to the wall one.
Give me one of those crispy.
That's
fries.
nice.
And the hot sauce.
Yeah. She's going all in.
Yeah, this one's the super spicy one.
Prove it.
All over her phone.
Stop it.
Stop it. That's good. This got like a chipotle taste to it.
All right, I got.
That straw didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, I immediately love
Did
this
you?
one.
Yeah. Did you wipe that straw down?
Yeah, with an alcohol wipe.
Yummy.
Oh, okay, that one's got some heat.
Got some what?
Heat.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah, but
Where's
you're
the cap for this
You're
one?
a white chick from Wisconsin. You probably think mayonnaise is spicy.
are you kidding me?
Salt.
I love spicy food.
Come at me, bro.
Her favorite is
Just don't give her-
mango habanero
Ooh.
at Buffalo Wild Way.
Just don't ever, ever, ever give her milk.
Ooh, that one's like it builds after.
I like to think that's
It's not like
that's
I'm
the
gonna
smoldering
die.
embers coming on for the first time.
No,
It took a while to
this
smolder.
is the hottest one. This is the all
Smoldering
in.
embers is like when you burn your couch down, you leave. 6 hours later.
Okay,
it
like
fucks
you
really
guys are
full.
talking shit about smoldering embers, but like I'm getting aftertaste hints of like a Lunchable. I'm going back to my childhood. This is I really want to gank this shit.
Are you making a little pizza?
Henry would
Yeah.
not be happy.
I know.
I was gonna say we got those little mini cupcake pizzas we could try out. Throw that shit on there after the show. Yeah, fucking, we got to do this.
I really
with
hope at
Michael.
Rising Smoke Sauce Works they're just dumping Lunchables into the smoking ember sauce. They're like, and they're listening like, fuck.
Some guy down in Louisiana
needs
was
more
like,
processed meat.
some chef down in Louisiana was like, all right,
Yeah.
I want to make a childhood snack, but spicy.
The longer it sits on your tongue, the more it hurts.
Okay.
That's what she
Also, come on. I mean, come on.
Setting up for the spike.
It's actually starting to hurt, but not like to the point where like
Sometimes it's too much for me.
I mean, it really hits the back of my throat. It's gonna make me gag.
I can feel it in my stomach.
It's really gonna be painful tomorrow.
I ain't gonna shit right for a week.
Oh.
Things you can say about hot sauce that you can about sex.
This stuff is really rearranging my guts here.
It's called All In.
but you know what? It's not making me sweat, so I mean
Got to go on
Yeah,
the turbo.
that's
but
also about sex when it comes.
Okay, so it's not a calorie burner.
so you're not tired of magazines. Just enough. So this is about the coronavirus.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is all like so much filler.
We actually started this because we kind of felt bad for everyone as well as the audiences, because there's no comedians doing comedy out in shows out in bars.
I saw a man yelling at a bush the other day. That was fucking hilarious.
Was
So
it burning? Was it burning?
Don't say
It
no
was
one's
my
not out
bush.
there
was
putting the
he
show
having a
on.
psychotic break?
You just got to know where to look.
Yeah, well,
And he was
downtown.
losing that fight.
Well, no, actually, Jake said that weren't you were part of some like Zoom like comedy?
Yeah, they tried
thing.
like a Zoom. It was awkward.
I bet.
But the thing is, it was nice.
buttholes opening and closing.
Well,
at the
it was-
screen.
There was
Like a bass
severe
drum.
lag, and there was no response whatsoever. You're essentially just running through jokes. But what was kind of nice was it gave you a reason to actually be like, okay, I need some jokes. So it gave you like a reason to write something on paper.
Right.
And actually, I think everyone, like every comic, even though they're all sitting at home, they're all being given a super interesting perspective right now. And to sit there and lament like, oh, I got nothing to fucking work on. Like, you got tons of shit to work on. You got nothing but weird fucking strangeness getting thrown at you daily by every part of the television. Like, you should be translating it into really funny shit.
Not like the Democrats are trying to shut down the stimulus checks and shit like that, and then they're like, no, let's do it. No, let's not. No, let's do it.
What's a Democrat?
I don't recall. It's one of those people who
I believe it's an
identifies-
old wooden ship.
A Democrat. Of course.
from the Latin version of democrate.
Certainly,
Yeah,
it'll be
you know, from the old tale Moby Cheney.
Oh my god.
No,
a lot of spermaceti in that book.
Oh wait, no, in this,
No, that would be
one,
that would be
Quick
Palin's.
Quaid and
I was gonna say, wouldn't that be Palin's version of it?
well, I mean, I was thinking in this one, the whale actually hit
what
the
is it,
guy with a spear.
Rimshaw or
Rickshaw.
Rickshaw.
what is
No.
it? Carving of whalebone.
Quick draw McGraw.
It's
Oh
yes.
fuck!
Dude,
Grimshaw. Is it Grimshaw?
know
A
what you're talking
rimshaw
about.
is a fucking pull behind taxi cab.
that's a rickshaw.
That's
Rickshaw.
a rickshaw.
Yeah, that's a rickshaw.
Now you're just saying words that rhyme.
Hey.
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 Spermaceti. That's the oil from the sperm
for real.
whale.
Do you know how many times they say that in Moby Dick?
got
about
so
pasta.
gay.
Moby Dick's spermaceti. I just wanted to.
I can't remember the exact. It was like a whole paragraph. I had to take a breath after. It was just like it was like the captain sat on the poop deck with the spermaceti as the men scrubbed the spermaceti off of the and eating a mighty sperm snake.
You're like
After
I like
thrusting the
the
long barbarous pole down the sperm monsters. Just
the Leviathan.
yeah, that's what it was.
Scrimshaw.
Scrimshaw?
It is Scrimshaw.
All right, on.
So that
Thanks,
book,
Google.
that book. I don't even know if there was a whale.
Maybe it's just about
I
the
think
friendships
it's- I
they
think
found
it's-
along the way.
I was going to say, I think it's page 295 that Dumbledore dies.
Brr.
What is
What?
that? Some sort of Harry Potter joke?
No, just
Have
for
you
her.
seen my wardrobe?
Oh, you're wearing a Mad Hatter right now, so.
I'm wearing platform 9 3/4.
Yeah.
God.
Okay.
I'm on the wrong podcast right
Somebody's gonna end up tattooing a fucking wand right here.
An elder one.
Yeah, right here.
I'll go for an Elder Scroll. I don't.
My man.
Okay.
I'll go for that too.
I'd go for both.
I was actually just talking about how Jake could literally. I remember just watching Jake. I was watching Jake take his horse in like Skyrim. No, it was what's the one after
before that, Oblivion.
Oblivion. Watching his horse
Ages ago.
Oh my god, just off the highest cliff just for like an hour. I'm like, this is a really good time.
Do you know what OCD is?
I'm just like,
Dude, I remember when
you got to do it just right.
Yeah, I will say this. Hold on. I will say this. So I realized that you could, with since you're talking about Elder Scrolls and we're talking about Oblivion and whatnot, so you could use your horse as inventory.
Yeah.
And so I remember when Jake and I were playing it at the shop. You know, this is years ago. And we're playing video games, and then like as someone's walking down the stairs, because you know the horse gets knocked out, right? And so
Mongo light.
yeah.
Well, you had to knock it out to put more stuff.
In order to be able to use it as inventory, the horse had to be unconscious. So I'm like, oh yeah. I go, when it's unconscious, you can put things in it.
Yeah.
Where the hell's Gremlin when you need him?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Tell you what, as far as like a verbal tap dance,
We're like, no, we're talking about a horse.
Yeah.
And that's even worse.
yeah. What do? You explain? It's like explaining math to a woman.
I was going to say it's like explaining new math to our generation.
But you're not wrong either. So.
No, that's insulting. Women know a lot about math.
I don't.
I dug myself a hole
Well, you
there.
know,
She went
I was
deeper.
gonna-
I sprang out.
Sprang him out. The only math she knows is division. She divides her legs.
And then
Please
Praise not to
excuse my
multiply.
dear
And then I multiply.
She settles for the lowest common denominator.
Yes, here it comes.
She always gets a remainder too.
Is that please excuse my dear Aunt Mandy?
Yeah. Order of operations.
PEMDAS.
Nice.
Anyway,
shit.
so COVID.
COVID, yes. The
has
reason why we
anyone-
started the Monday night COVID was because like everyone's shut down. No one's got.
Has anyone else been
Everyone's
singing
looking for shit.
nonstop COVID-19?
Oh, I swear.
Yes.
At this moment, I can't do
fucking
anything.
No.
No? Okay.
I have. Yes.
COVID.
I mean, it's
I
beyond my
haven't even
generation.
heard that one.
COVID-19.
I haven't even heard that one. I've heard the oh, what is it? There's another
Come
song.
on, Mandy.
For real.
That's what Dalton's been doing.
Yeah. No. Ayo. No,
I got a
seriously,
lot of
like
time on my
The
hands.
Sharona version, the My
My
Corona.
Corona.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that one a lot, and then there's a whole shitload of crap
Man,
on TikTok.
so
I just keep thinking about the.
oh my god, I'm still not bored enough to download TikTok. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, same.
But
I'm thinking
Wait,
about
paint the wall with my
I
brains
never use
before
that
I
shit.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you find out that I downloaded TikTok, Mandy, it
Morale
means I've been
check.
it means I've been kidnapped and I'm signaling for help.
okay, great.
It's his duress code.
That's
Mandy,
yeah.
I've downloaded TikTok. And my favorite thing is this like teenager that tells his
Who
mom
are you?
dirty jokes, and then his dad dies laughing. It's the best. The mom never laughs once, and the dad
yeah.
laughs so fucking hard every single time.
Oh yeah, there's
All I
this
did was
teenager.
I just feel bad for all the people that are just eating all day long, and I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I'm not.
was
I
about
don't
to
eat
say-
all day. If
do you guys
anything, I'm
do
going
it?
to come out of this skinnier.
No, so
Like, I'm
honestly, you
serious.
hear about the freshman 15, but I've got like the COVID-19.
Yeah.
See, I don't eat anything all day until like dinner time, and because I'm just busy doing things around the house, or like homeschooling my children, which is a nightmare.
So my biggest problem is that my children, they don't exist.
Oh my god, my heart sank for a minute. I was like, he's got kids?
No, I'm the only child in my household. Okay.
No, my favorite.
Yes, I've seen how your girlfriend looks at you.
I was gonna say, like, my probably favorite moment of the last week was when I was like cleaning out the closet because you get a little extra time, and I found P90X, and I said, I still don't have time to do this.
Like everybody who's downloading Beachbody right now, I'm like, oh, you sad.
They're just like just an hour a day. I'm like, I can't handle that.
I was too much pressure.
Anytime I've been
I've
wanting
got a lot
to go,
of sitting around to do.
I've been
There's
fighting.
Tiger King. There's millions of shit to watch.
Still have not watched it.
You need to.
Okay,
Still have
okay,
not
listen.
Seen white trash.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I stopped smoking like 6-7 years ago. Okay?
Cigarettes, meth, what?
All of the above.
Yes. Yeah.
But but no,
course.
but no, seriously. Like I stopped smoking cigarettes like 6 or 7 years ago, and I have not had this thought in a long time. But I've only made it an episode and a half through Tiger King, and I was sitting there like, I need a cigarette break.
I have the same problem.
It's that Jerry Springer
Oh my
intense.
God. I can't believe these are real people.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing for the human race.
I was kind of thankful that it happened, being from Wisconsin. Like, finally, we can get away from this making a murderer bullshit.
Yes.
And they found worse people.
I was honestly surprised to find that anybody lived in Oklahoma.
Yeah. Oh,
When's the last fucking time you've heard about Oklahoma?
You're thinking
since
of Wyoming.
Where the wind sweeping on the plain.
I don't know what's going on in Oklahoma. I don't know how they start to weather at the tip of their nose, and it just goes back and just turns their face into wood. It's the weirdest people I've ever seen in my life. I know there's been trails of tears that have gone on there, but you can see the trails in their fucking face.
That's because
it's like 1,000-mile-an-hour wind for their entire life in that place.
Carol Baskins is a fucking snake, man.
That's something I want to talk about because there is a song going around about her that's hilarious.
I am dreading
The repercussions?
Halloween.
Okay, yes.
Because
I
it's all
wanna
going to
be
be
Joe
Tiger
Exotic.
King.
I
It's all
want to
gonna
be Carol Baskin. I already said
you
it.
and every other chick.
I know. It sounds so funny. And he said he's going to
And finally, I'm embracing the Harley Quinn.
I know. I was about to say it is the new Harley Quinn joke.
Yeah,
But it'll
too
be
late to
like
be
the
Joker.
easiest costume to put together, though, because all you need is like a
headband.
shitty blonde wig, a headband, and like some really
hey, there are
terrible eye
cool
makeup.
cats and kittens.
She's about to start dressing up like my mom.
I was going to say it's a skinny version of Mimi.
Well, the whole thing with Carol, they're like, oh, did she kill her husband? She killed her husband? Like, of course she killed her husband.
Of course she
Yeah.
did.
Now, whether or not she actually killed him,
I think the
or he
tiger
just
did it.
jumped into a cage and let a fucking tiger eat him because he was married to her.
Man.
It's like he was dead inside long before she killed him.
Did you? I mean, they just kind of breezed past that thing that happened like in Ohio,
Okay.
Which one?
where the guy like let all those like he had his
Oh
own
my-
private zoo
And he let 'em all
and then
out.
just he
Oh,
blew his
yeah.
brains out, but before he did, he just covered his he like put like raw chickens all around himself and blew his brains out, and then like to attract all the tigers.
That
to
might
him.
be the best suicide I've ever heard of.
Oh my
though.
god, it's so good!
I'm
That's
sitting
the
there
way to
just
go.
like,
You go on
Nothing is more
top.
metal than that.
That's fucked
Fuck
up.
this.
I
Only
didn't
thing he
hear
could have done
about
if he
that.
would have like laced all the meat around him with like cocaine
Dude, I
or
would've had
something
a
just
meat
to
suit.
supercharge those
Tigers on.
I would have looked like Lady Gaga in a meat suit in sardine oil, just dripping.
Just
with
walking out naked, like, would you eat me?
I'd
eat me.
I'd eat me so hard.
Honestly, it's always tough.
Gotta say what's up to the Grape Ape in the chat room. Howdy, sir.
Hey.
What's a chat room?
We got a couple.
Discord.
We got a couple chat rooms. We have one via Spreaker and then one via the Discord.
What's via? Is that a new term?
Yeah, sure. It's the new Via, the Vietnamese version of Kia.
All right.
All right, I went for it. Fuck off. I
All
at
right,
least
no.
tried. I at least
Man,
tried.
I'm so mad right now.
That helped.
I hate it.
So what is it, like cat meatballs?
So
instead of
COVID.
Swedish?
Well, so interesting question. If you had to work for one of them, Carol,
Or Joe.
Joe, or
I
Doc,
would
Doc Anton.
Dude, I don't want to get butt fucked by Joe.
I don't.
Well, you get butt fucked by
Carol.
Doc Anton.
But I don't know.
I would
Doc
work-
Anton.
See now,
That guy
Joe
looks like
taught-
so much like Philip Seymour Hoffman. It was bothering me.
I mean, none of them because they don't pay well. Did you Listen to
I
that
would live in
part.
a horse stable because that would be an upgrade.
They like all pay their besides Carol Baskin, who just runs on like volunteers essentially.
Yeah.
The other two people like pay their employees between like $100 and $125 a week.
Yeah, she might be Hillary
I'm
Clinton.
like, who the
Just-
fuck wants to work
Sounds
for that?
like a good raise.
And they work all day, every fucking day. I'm like, I don't want to do
Well,
that.
that's what it is.
I don't
It's,
wanna
it's
do
the same
that.
thing. Like they probably don't pay certain bouncers at strip clubs a lot because they think it's cool. Like, oh,
I
get to
was
see tits.
also a bouncer at a strip club.
Yeah, that first week was probably fun, but then you're like, fuck
You're like
this.
after like watching like a woman sit there and like be like, oh, who's on the phone? As I'm in the back as she's cutting her tampon string in front of me. I'm like, you know what? This
You
isn't
see
for
a lot
me.
of weird shit.
This isn't for me.
The old
Or
mouse
better
house.
yet,
The best part is her name was Candy.
Oddly
Also
close
her-
to Mandy.
No,
oddly close.
No, it was honestly her real name too. Like, I mean, it was like terrible enough to be like a stage name.
Yeah.
Wait,
I've
so
also
did
see
she?
him chop the line, put it on the tampon, and put them in.
Ugh,
That
too far.
I'm just sitting here going, "Wow, girl, wow."
I
Seek
just
help.
had a seizure.
Seek help.
So COVID-19.
COVID-19.
Coke. We'll kill it. No, wait. Alcohol sanitizes. Never mind.
So, what is going on with COVID-19?
Well, they're talking about doing they're talking about doing the New York lockdown, the escape from New York premise.
I haven't heard this. Can we expand
Snake
on
Plissken.
Yeah.
that? I haven't heard about this.
Well, dense population, more concentrated cases, more death cases. They're just
Right.
talking about putting it on a.
Well, aren't they? Was it the?
The death toll is going down.
Well, I know
However-
if New York was its own country, it would be, I think, third.
Yes, Texas would be number one.
No.
City.
If New York was its own country, it would be
Yes.
third in the world.
Yes.
Like, it has
really?
more than Italy, Spain.
Yep.
You know, it's like it.
I don't think I knew that, but that does make sense.
I think it'd
mean,
be like it'd be the U.S. and then
I would think
maybe
it'd be like
Spain or
Hong
Italy,
Kong or
and then New York. Well, China. You can't touch China. You know, here's what we gotta do. We gotta
Well-
figure out whatever they did in North Korea. They don't have a single case.
well, there's a 9mm
no one
bullet,
knew
yeah,
why.
9mm
Yeah.
pill that they all take,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
it cures it all.
Kim Jong Un.
Are you saying that we do need to build the wall?
No, I'm saying we gotta figure out.
No, just a DMZ.
Maybe there's something to this grand leader. You know, he stopped COVID in its tracks.
I
And then Sweden's got -1 death toll.
well, actually,
It was a clerical error, but why it went -1? I went, oh
well, no,
fuck, we
okay,
got
but-
zombies.
hold
Yes!
No,
right?
Sweden's
No, dude,
doing the
Sweden's like
advance.
being like, I think Sweden is
Yeah.
putting their head in the sand and be like, screw it.
Well,
you know,
Yeah, I think
here's
they
the
said
thing
they're
about
not doing
well, no,
anything.
the thing about
I
Sweden
kind of
is-
like it. They're like, if you're at danger, stay home.
Yeah.
If you're not,
Well, they're protecting it, and
You
honestly,
know.
I think this is
YOLO.
I think it's kind of a good thing, and honestly, like we should stockpile stuff to help them just in case they need it. Because if that goes horribly bad for them, we should help them. But if it goes really well, then they've possibly laid a new path for the whole world
If
that
it
we would
goes
all
bad,
benefit.
there's gonna be
absolutely.
I mean, like, think of the gas prices, dude. There's gonna be such a good sale on like meatballs.
You're gonna get such.
It's gonna be so.
You're gonna get such a
It
cheap
took me a minute
round
to mind
table from
freak that
IKEA.
one.
Get a Nokia 1600 for nothing.
York is just gonna be just giving her CDs away.
And I'm still not going to buy IKEA.
Yeah, but
Just saying.
but they didn't close the schools, and honestly, like they're talking about here if that might have been a misstep closing the schools
Well,
because
I think it's a great litmus test
like,
to see like where
Zombie
where-
apocalypse fail.
it's like they closed the schools, but then they still expected people to go to work, but they closed a lot of the childcare places. It's like, how are we supposed to swing that? I think it was like 1/3 of all nurses in the U.S. have kids that would
Yep.
be like
and you can
grade school age.
You
so-
can actually apply that to any essential worker.
yeah. So it was a very like unthought. I think the NBA really kicked it off. It was everybody was downplaying. Then the NBA shut down.
That
Everybody
was
like,
that was
"Holy
my thing. Where I was
shit."
like, okay, there's so much money to be lost. Like
Yeah.
this is maybe
Yeah,
real.
and honestly, the NBA's got credit for being the ones willing to do it, but then everybody had to fall in line behind that, and it kind of became
Yeah,
like
we don't
an
want to look
altruistic
like
thing.
assholes.
Well, even like Major League Baseball, they're like, well, what if we just play without fans? They're like, you want people to die? They're like, fine, we'll fucking shut down.
a little bit.
Meanwhile,
Not gonna lie.
Meanwhile, WWE hosts WrestleMania without a crowd.
yeah, I didn't even want to watch that.
Yeah.
I still
Yeah.
don't.
I mean, my brother's a bigger
Corona,
wrestling
Steve.
fan than me.
Corona.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Austin
I think
316
it'd be
just said
great.
I just.
It just have no crowd.
Yeah.
and still
Can you
pipe,
smell what the
Yeah.
Rock is coughing?
It's just still piped in crowd noise.
Yeah, it's like the video from the video games.
Yeah.
Fuck it. You might as well just digitalize and fucking put the video game
Look at that
background.
video crowd go wild. They love you.
Good golly, JR.
I will say this, though. The anti-vaxxers have been oddly
quiet.
Super quiet, right? That's what I'm saying.
Where'd that go?
Well, they got their way. There's no vaccine for this one.
Yeah, you're all fucked, Karen.
Oh, how many babies being named Karen? Probably none.
How many are going to be named Corona or Quarren?
No, did you see that?
Karen and
there's
Kyle
the Indian,
took hits.
there's the couple from India. They had the twins, and they named one COVID, the other one Corona.
Yep.
Yeah.
You saw that too.
Wow.
You were gonna say it? Well, come over and yell it in the microphone.
Yeah. No. No.
You'd probably do a better job than I will.
No, Am, you're going to own this someday.
So, the really
you gotta
crazy,
be careful with you.
The crazy thing about that is that means in like 3 years you're going to get a shoe sewed by a kid named COVID.
I'm not okay with it. I'm not okay with
Well,
With
no,
that
he'd go
joke
by-
or the whole
no,
premise?
No, the premise
A little
is
of
great.
both.
He'd abbreviate it. He'd go by Kobe.
Kobe.
COVID.
it. It's like everybody's going to stay away from that kid. Like, they're just going to think
No, they're still going to stay further away from Adolf.
I just want to know when I'm allowed to just bedazzle like like something to my leather jacket, like maybe some shoulder pads. You know,
Right
very
now?
Mad Max
Mad
style.
Maxian.
Yeah.
We can do whatever. Actually,
I want a Thunderdome. You know,
All right, talking about
Tina Turner.
naming kids weird things. This just got me thinking.
Oh, my next
The
born's going to be called Master Blaster.
The kid who's named Dragonborn is 9 years old right now.
What?
In 2011,
No. Somebody actually named their kid Dragonborn?
in 2011, Bethesda
skill.
did this
I bet I know what he's called at
contest
school.
to have Bethesda did this contest to have parents name their children Dragonborn,
Dovahkiin.
and this would earn them Bethesda games for life, including Bethesda games for that
The
child
kid,
for
yeah.
light. That was in 2011.
That poor bastard.
That
So the
kid
kid
shouts
named
and it doesn't do
Dragonborn.
shit.
God damn it, almost got me.
Speaking of which, can I get another beer?
You mean a wine cooler, you little baby?
Could I get a beer?
Oh my God!
What is that fancy drink?
It's
Why
a
is your pinky
Seagram's.
not up?
It's a pina colada.
It's a
It's a
Seagram's.
penis colossus.
You know what?
pina colada.
We were talking about
pina colada.
You know what? Lots of lines are getting blended. Apparently, you can own 187 tigers, have 2 husbands, and about 600 guns in the middle of Oklahoma. You have your corona. You have your colada.
Well, they're not gay, but they love his meth.
That's the thing. That's the thing is you
I
found
appreciate
out
you, Amuriel.
you find out how strong meth was in that documentary.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I mean, I think everybody deep down it's got a little bit in there. Because you look at Joe and you're just like, man,
Where'd his teeth go?
couldn't you have been good looking?
Oh, no.
It's like-
I'm thinking of his husband. The
Yeah,
one
no,
that,
the guy that has the can opener
Yeah.
tooth.
Yeah. Apparently, he got his teeth fixed after
he
the
looks
show.
like he looks like
Have you
know,
seen the
every,
Sorry,
he looks
go
like he bit into every single can of like pineapple juice behind a bar.
Yeah, he has like one snaggle tooth left.
No,
Like-
I'm sorry. His 2 husbands were like the American versions of Fat Bastard, and Oklahoma is like, I smoke meth because I'm unhappy. I'm unhappy because I smoke meth.
Yeah, but then after the one died, he like
Get
got
out.
a good looking husband.
Well,
and I was
actually-
like, oh, where did that
Oh,
one come from?
spoiler.
Ooh.
But
Yeah, for real.
Grinder.
I said
But-
I'm only an episode and a half in.
I will say
Still haven't gotten one in.
they didn't really highlight this well.
I know more about it through
Yeah.
the memes.
Yeah,
They didn't really highlight this well enough, but that guy who he supposedly offed himself, it was accidental because he was bragging about how this gun won't fire without a clip in it, except for the one in the fucking chamber.
Yeah.
So
Let's see. Treat every weapon as if it were loaded.
that's what. Exactly.
Yep.
We got it. Cody. Cody
Where's
showed
Joe's
up.
husband when you need him. Jesus.
What's up? I know. She'll come down later on during the show, honey.
Apparently, anyone can be a tattoo artist in Oklahoma. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I thought that was outlawed in Oklahoma.
some of that was horrific.
That was the
when I
hardest
was-
part to watch for me.
when
I'm
I was
being-
living in
I'm being a bit
Cover up.
snooty, like the tiger crawling over his shoulder.
J-Mac.
You know that was Joe. You know that like, they had a this is me. This I drew this for you. It was probably like embroidered or something. And he's
The
like,
tattoo in that show that freaked me out the most was the fucking tattoo, or
property?
the tap out tattoo on his fucking bicep.
oh, yeah.
Well, that instantly makes you tough. You know,
That's true.
Absolutely.
I thought that instantly made you Kyle.
Nothing makes you look tougher than a gesture of surrender and defeat.
What about the guy? What about that guy who always wore like the Oakley hat?
I haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, Kyle that graduated.
No, we'll stop ruining it for Adam.
I won't ruin it anymore.
I mean, and
Muriel
in
hasn't
the
even
middle of
watched
the
the
show,
first episode yet.
the trash in the bottom of the barrel caught on fire, and that burned too.
Yeah, there we go. The smoldering embers.
Yeah.
Call back.
And I don't want to ruin it, but all the cardboard in that trash can also burned.
I recently got into another like crazy fucking show that's on Hulu. It's McMillions, and it's about the.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, it's about the McDonald's Monopoly game.
It just
fraud.
confirmed what we all fucking knew.
And it was
Jesus.
crazy. That's a wild ride.
In this parenting day and age, I've taught her the naughty words and where we can say them and where we can't say them. We can say them in the house.
Podcast.
Yes. Never at school, never at churches, never at grandma's, especially grandma's.
And
When do we go to church?
And only to Tito, who hogs the drop-off lane.
Yes. Yes. And sometimes the taco truck guy. Well, fuck, this is good.
Chingawe.
I will admit with this quarantine bullcrap that's going on. Sorry, this quarantine bullshit that's going on. My Jeopardy knowledge has expounded.
Really?
Yeah.
And your vocabulary.
Yeah.
Well,
you
I
said
didn't-
expounded.
You said expounded, and I'm like, I'll take your word for it. I'm going to expound my own.
What is expounded?
It's been reopened up. I'm learning more and more about weird shit like yerba mates. Yes. My brain has gaped.
Vocabulary's been gaped.
My vocabulary has been gaped with my intelligence. And looking at this shit called yerba mate. Yerba mate.
What the fuck?
Yerba mate is a Southern American clusterfuck tea. Basically, it promotes healthy living, antioxidant, and brain function, and all this other shit.
On the effects of COVID.
On the effects of COVID, it could possibly help you prevent it.
Really?
Well,
It's
clean
one of
your
those-
fish
Just like
tank,
lice
though.
medicine.
It'll clean the fish out of it.
Yeah,
It'll definitely clean the fish out of it because
I
I
will say
guarantee if
this.
you do that.
I will say this. I actually have. I still have my malaria pills from when I was in
Yes,
Africa.
that was what I'm sitting here thinking about going with COVID. He's coming back from Africa,
yeah.
malaria.
I will say something interesting about the whole. You guys know the fish tank thing. Trump said something about hydrochloroquine.
Acid. Hydrochloroquine, yes.
Hydrochloroquine, right? And someone at their house looks at the back of fish cleaner and says, "Oh, this has hydrochloroquine in it." And
Don't
downs
drink it.
Downs it with the husband too, and they die of poisoning themselves.
Here's the
my
thing.
God.
Honestly, I'm going to go on the record. Drink it.
Well, that's what. Well, the thing is, like,
we need Darwinism.
Try it out.
what's interesting about that is, like, I mean, yes, it seems stupid, but then they looked into her like background a little bit. I guess she donated like $10,000 to the Hillary Clinton campaign in the
And she
last
listened
in
to
the
what
last
Trump
election.
said?
So you're telling
That's
me like
interesting.
6 years later she's like listening to her president on the edge of the seat, like, "Oh, I'm scared." They don't have it. It seems almost like a suicide in an attempt to like throw a rock at him by being willing to be that idiot that dies from something he said. Just with
That's
with those
You should
facts that
drink
came
a
to light.
gallon of water.
I think
per
Interesting
day.
conspiracy.
I think she Carol Baskin her husband. I don't think he drank it on purpose. I think she
talking
drank a
about
little
the,
bit, and he drank a
Carol
lot.
Baskin.
the life of David Gale.
I was going to say that. Every time I say that, no one's ever seen that movie.
Oh, I love
Wait,
that
what
movie.
I've heard
Life
of
of David Gale with Kevin Spacey. It's a fantastic
Yeah.
movie. It was probably before
Some
he had
people
that
at
bar
this
encounter,
table-
so you can watch it and not get
Yeah,
offended.
this is before he
I was
jacked
gonna
off
say,
little boys.
Thank you.
Say what?
Some people at this table don't like Kevin Spacey.
I have no problem with Kevin Spacey.
I thought you hated him.
No.
No, that was the other. Never mind.
I'm sorry. I personally don't like Kevin Spacey, but I love the actress he played.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I love when he was pretending to not be Kevin Spacey.
I loved it when he
He's-
was pretending to be an alien, a.k.a. playing himself.
K20.
Yeah.
K-Pac.
K-Pac.
COVID-19.
Oh, I know what that means.
So bring it around town.
So what has everybody made? What's the best thing you've done with this quarantine time?
I've learned. Read books.
That's good.
And like I said, I've learned what a yerba mate is.
Oh, what is the yerba mate?
We just went over
Super,
it.
it's essentially super tea that you drink all day. Like you get, it's got to be 175 degrees all day. So you put
That
it.
sounds terrible.
Well, it's hot fucking tea that you drink out of a gourd with this weird fucking yerba
I
straw.
thought you said you were learning.
I am. And the health benefits, it's like 20 times better than a cup of coffee in the morning. Like antioxidants, brain function, immune system boost, shit like that.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
I'm
sold.
actually,
Some of this shit.
I'm
I'm
actually.
Does it have to be done orally, or can it be?
It's a tea. You can boof it, so you can
That's
French.
That's a
I
warm
was gonna say
yeah,
That's
175
dip it.
degrees.
yerba mate colonic.
Only if you want to, Adam.
We can get you a colostomy bag, French press it, and just dump it on in if you want.
All right, Dalton, what have you done?
I've been working a lot. I've been working out of Mandy's house, but I've been.
You've been what in Mandy's house?
Don't worry about
Working.
it.
Working it.
Working his tongue on her.
Working what?
I'm
His
working at
tongue
home.
on her butthole.
Well, I started at
He's immune to COVID.
I started at Granger like just before all this shit.
That's right. I
dropped.
remember you saying that.
Yeah. So I did like 2 weeks of training there, and then immediately we're all thrown out of the building. And like the whole time, I was worried, like, oh, what's gonna happen to my job? I'm only just
Right.
being trained. And
Here's a flaming bag. Either stomp on it or let the shit burn.
yeah, but I mean,
Basically.
I'm functioning, pretty well. I'm
Yeah.
learning the job.
Well, you are
every
an
day.
alcoholic.
Yeah. Well,
He doesn't drink on the job.
I think
Thank you.
I think it will be interesting, like when this is all said and done and over, if they can prove the amount of people that can work remotely.
yeah.
I think workplaces
Yeah.
are about to change drastically.
Well,
Like,
Seriously.
it was ironic because just before I started, they they got rid
I
of
think
the
that
work
means
from
pee.
home or the working remotely
Yes.
positions.
an angel got his
yeah.
bladder
Penis.
emptied.
But I mean, other than that, I've been doing a bit more writing once a week.
Good.
Good for you.
I'm excited to hear what people.
I'm
coming up with.
excited.
I haven't even been like doing.
I'm excited,
writing
but
any
also
comedy,
dreaded.
What's that?
I said I'm like comedically speaking, I'm like excited, but also dreading like
Yeah.
all of like the tired.
There's gonna be such a
tired-
fucking massive wave
Like,
of quarantine. Quarantine material.
jokes?
I'm gonna go right back to Cosby. and
It's gonna
Kobe.
get tired real quick.
Oh, it's gonna get so
Absolutely.
tired. It's gonna be
Yeah.
like every strip club DJ, like, so what's up with this quarantine? I mean, come on, guys. You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like what
Coming
walking
to
on
the stage,
Sunshine did to the early
Quarantina.
2000s.
Yeah, quarantina. I mean, honestly, I think a lot of people are just. I mean, I think it's like really sweet that like Pornhub is like gone.
Stay-at-home
Aw,
hub.
thanks, Pornhub.
They're
You're
really
so
stepping up.
sweet.
Honestly, guys.
Honestly, another thing, my wife wants to watch porn now.
Well, no, I mean,
Okay.
She wants
Ow.
she wants to know what my little kink is, and I told her it's
my
midget.
little kink.
My little kink is midget porn.
My little kid
she's
is
like-
bony.
So there she.
And she's like, no, I gotta see this now.
Hold
I'm
on,
like,
I'm just imagining her like trying
Is
to
it
cater
Jell-O?
to you, like just walking in on her knees with like
not
slippers.
happening. Not happening. Not happening.
She's like,
because
we
I'll-
represent the
No.
lollipop guild.
That's gonna be like when
No.
you beat in the game Destiny and you introduce your friend to it and they're level
There's
1.
guys-
So you're like, all right, we
bet
can
there-
hang out over here.
No, seriously, I bet there's guys that are just like cranking off all day long.
All
It's
day
like-
long, yeah.
It's just like they're just throwing ghost loads. It's like just like
jacking off to
no,
art. They don't even know it.
hold on. Let the Marine
Is that
talk.
a thing?
Yes, ghost loads are a
Yeah.
thing.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, where it's like you're basically you're
It counts.
It counts.
You've ejaculated so many times, so your dick is just doing the cinnamon challenge, where it's like a and there's just dust coming out.
And before Hugh Hefner died, that's exactly what it did every time.
Like, I'm dry. I'm back off.
Here, take it. It's just the ingredients. Here's your cake. It's just flour.
Yeah, here's flour and eggs. Make it.
The eggs are stuck in the tube. You'll figure it out later when you try to pee.
Essentially, on the educational level, it is basically the full motions of a male orgasm,
yeah.
but nothing
But nothing
no
comes out.
nothing produces.
Nothing comes out.
Empty,
Ghost
empty
loads.
calories.
It's called a ghost load.
And shame comes out.
Interesting. So it's like a female orgasm, but male version.
Except it's real.
Oh,
That's not a.
No, I
That's
swear,
not
it like
fun.
alters your brain.
actually,
It like alters your brain. There's been times when I'm just like, you get what you want, you get the load out, and then there's a moment where like, what am I watching?
yeah, or afterwards,
Almost instantly. Just
Every
like,
fucking time.
I've had that problem.
You just need to cleanse your palate with
What
some
is
Bob
that?
Ross.
like that's enough DuckTales.
Like, that's after having
Wait,
sex
that's how you
with
cleanse
me.
your palate. That's how I
Unless
get
that's
turned
your
on.
kink. Yeah.
Happy little trees. Oh yes.
I do remember just after moving out of my parents' house for the first time, knowing that I could jerk off like 24/7 without having to
You're
worry.
Without
describing-
impunity.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, ghost loads every day, all day.
It's like when
I got
Neo
bored
figured
with
it out in the
porn.
hallway and just flexed.
It's like your nutsack just like gave up. Like, fuck. I'm done making sperm. I'm over it.
His nutsack just went.
I
"No."
quit. I'm out.
He's done. He's like,
Someone tries to stop you.
Oh, he's just
Blocking all
looking
the
for something
punches.
to occupy his
So
time
wait,
with.
I have a
he
question
gets done. He's like, whoa, I'm the one.
on a perfectly medical standpoint.
Okay, yeah.
So when that happens, like, if you reach down there and you like feel, is it
What?
like, is there like nothing to it?
No. They don't deflate. They
So
don't
what-
deflate.
Mandy, there's a vast
Mandy.
difference that needs to be covered between the two.
Yeah, there's a vast difference between men and women.
think about your
okay?
ovaries. Think about your ovaries.
Oh no, hold
Right.
on.
They
She's
don't deflate.
She's
No.
gonna have an
So they come-
overreaction
They just
here.
make sense. It's fine.
Okay, Mandy, listen. The secret is
Hold on, I thought it was
he
really
didn't
funny
know.
when Adam said she's gonna have an
wait.
overreaction.
He didn't know that I didn't
I'm
pee
still
out
rec-
of my vagina. So
Wait, you don't?
he,
We found out a couple weeks ago you pee out of your butt if you have lactose.
Yeah.
that's different.
As people were making fucking sounds of Kung Pao enter the fist. Yes, can never recover from that.
No,
one
it's
still.
the when women pee, it's the frying chicken, like the.
I thought that was just courtesy.
I think some things are just easier to
Not
go
explain.
on with your life without having to explain it.
Well, I'm one of those
couldn't you
people
just
who
let
want to
me?
know
Why
everything.
couldn't you just let me go on
know
with
what
my
I-
life
you know what I
thinking you
think-
could
Do you
pee from your
think the
vagina?
same hole that
Hold
a
on,
baby
time
comes
out.
out of is the same
Listen,
hole
here,
that I
Mandy,
pee out of?
Mandy, here's what it is. You know when you see a house and there's those two pipes coming out the side of it, and you know they're attached to the furnace? Which
goes in,
one
which
does
goes
the
out?
air come out? Do you know?
No.
It's the same thing.
The chimney.
I don't give a
Honestly,
fuck.
The chimney, of course.
Do
It's
you
the
want to
chimney.
stick your penis in the same hole
Yes.
that I
Already,
pee
yes.
out of?
Already,
That's
yes.
exactly what I thought I was doing.
Oh,
Yeah,
Adam,
no.
okay,
I
I
was
gotta ask the
absolutely
Marine the
fine with
question.
that.
Have you seen the one where the guy fingers his own urethra?
I've seen the one where a woman
What?
shoved a dildo in a guy's urethra.
Oh, there.
Never seen kids in
See?
the sandbox.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
what-
kind of shit.
Google
Oh my
that,
god,
kids.
that reminds me of a story of
Yeah.
this one girl
Here,
I went to
Mandy-
high school with who
Oh
her
my God.
boyfriend
Karen, calm down.
had no idea what he was doing. I guess they were like
Yeah, I know that game.
fingering, but he thought that the urethra was her vagina
Yeah.
and that her moaning
Was
was
pleasurable.
pleasurable.
You stretched out her sweater?
He stretched out her
She
sweater.
had to go to the hospital.
Her
That
pee-pee
poor
sweater.
girl.
Well,
Oh
here's
my
the thing.
God.
Well, if he would've washed his
tech,
hands.
just like, what the fuck am I supposed to do about
She
that?
probably had a UTI for like 3 months.
Honestly,
oh my God.
I think there's some things that are just like guys should know things, women should know things. Like it's your urethra, not our urethra.
Yes,
Okay?
thank you.
So
I like that. I like that.
And it's not like it
I
comes
waited
with
like
an
30
owner's manual.
seconds.
It's like
I
using a
seen you
fucking
wrote that
rental
down
vehicle.
too.
I feel like if you're gonna have sex with it, you should at least know the basic anatomy of it.
It looks
Bro,
like
you
the
don't have to
pleasure
do that.
center
That's
looks like
terrible.
a wishbone on the outside of a woman's
you
vagina.
can literally have sex with a couch cushion.
Yeah.
I don't need to know who sewed it together.
Yeah.
Coming from the perspective of a person who's
Probably
tried
some kid
it,
named
I
Coach.
stand by his
Yeah.
point.
Probably some
Only
kid
there-
named
there's a
COVID
reason
in
why-
India.
Only because Dead Man on Campus gave you ideas.
Yeah, I have an ice pack on my crotch for a reason. Corduroy border.
So because of that, they extended the quarantine, I guess, into May.
Now we're gonna have little couch cushion
And I'm
babies.
starting to connect the reasons why. I mean, that Fauci guy, he's not letting all the information go. I think it has got a piece. And
am I the only person that's going to wait for the first wave of idiots to go?
Fauci.
Oh no, we were talking about
Dr.
this the other
Fauci.
day.
No, after okay, quarantine's done. Okay, go dummies. And then
Yeah.
I'm not going to be the first monkey shot into space.
Oh no,
Yeah.
But
absolutely not.
here's the thing: is I think, and
The Jerry
I've had to
Springer
work
fans.
so hard not to be a conspiracy. Every dark hole I wanted to go down, I've had to resist. But I do think that they know that it's going to be longer than we want. I think they know it's going to be
Absolutely.
4 months, and they're just let's do the thing that they do when you're sitting in a plane, where they're just
Snakes.
yeah, we're going to take off in 20 minutes, and we're not taking off for 3 fucking hours.
20 minutes will be 20 minutes.
Well, guys, we're having a little technical difficulties. The staff and pilots have to take their legal 10 hours off.
Yeah, and they're just they'll sit there, and then we'll get them almost all the way there, and right when they're about to riot, we'll let them out.
All right,
and we'll
we're
tell
gonna
them
let you
good
guys out and
job.
go to the hotel. Good job, guys. Thank you
I've
for your
already
patience.
been off work
Here's
for like
your
a
meal
month.
voucher.
This can all be reduced to one term: edging. Once again, we go back to orgasms.
Well, there is that. There is that.
I've already been off work for a month, and I'm going insane.
I'm getting absolutely no, I'm not eating that. I'm getting absolutely covered with. I'm not gonna eat. That's probably the insane one.
Right.
Busy work. Like the whole first week, I finished the basement in the first week. This fucking pandemic turned me into my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And I grew up hating doing all that fucking shit, and I got it done. And then I had to pick new projects, and for me, just because I'm not eating that.
Not eating that. No, it's spicy.
I did decide that like this is that opportunity. Everybody out there is listening. You've been putting something off your whole fucking life, and this is that moment where if you don't do it, take advantage of this, you're never going to do it. For me, honestly,
so if you got one chance,
Mom spaghetti.
No, for me, it's been painting. It's one of those like it's never had enough time. So part of the finish the basement, I left myself an area to do it, and that's kind of my goal. Like if I don't learn to do it now to a degree that I'm not going to eat that, to a degree I'm happy with it, I'm never going to actually do it. So that's been my kind of like thing that I'm walking, because that makes it easier to just fucking sit there.
So the question I was mainly going to ask you guys, since you've already answered mine for this, it's you resorted to painting.
Yeah,
I mean you're one of the co-creators of Doodle Mash.
Right.
You own a tattoo parlor.
Is this a dingleberry?
It is.
Yes. And
bloody.
Yes, and you're also a comedian, so you're a very social person.
Immediately, it's like so bad.
What is?
I'm actually pretty introverted.
All in hot sauce.
Like
Roaring Inferno. Thanks, Adam.
Like
I've had like a bunch of it. So.
I'm very introverted, but I know my kids are. Kids I think are naturally extrovert. So like,
yes,
I'm trying to do as much fun stuff as we can, in the safe realm that we can. But I've really enjoyed the time with them, and the only what really sucks is it is kind of like a vacation, because I haven't taken a vacation like ever. Like 14 years. It's just been so I'm trying to enjoy it.
Right.
But the problem is like with the doctors and these governments,
Sorry, I forgot to bring that downstairs.
I cannot understand their inability to give any kind of functional timeline. It's driving me insane, and it's like that's the main source.
Mind your head.
Oh yeah,
turkey baker.
Yeah. that I think is the main source of stress. Is there's no timeline. It's this vagary. Like Dr. Fauci the other day, he came out and he's like,
30 more days.
Someone asked, when can we reasonably expect to start reopening the economy a little bit? I know it's a dangerous thing to talk about.
August.
But he was like, I think hopefully maybe in May, maybe June, even possibly July. Why open your mouth?
Thanks.
I could have said that. This guy is like, and that's the main thing that makes this kind of difficult, because like you're enjoying it, but at the same time, finances are mounting. The thing I decided to paint was actually people's houses, because every tattoo artist that's out of work right now, they all have the same ideas. Like, I'm going to paint some skulls and some cool stuff, and it would probably sell.
Feel free.
Well,
feel free.
It would probably sell, but I do kind of think like everybody
Mural
else is kind
the
of
shit
stuck
out
at
of
home.
this.
So I tried kind of picking a subject matter that would be important to people as well, more than just a charity. But like, hey, so I'm trying to treat it almost like treat your home the same way you treat a tattoo. To where like I have a photo of my house, it looks shitty. So when I did the example painting, I put flowers that I wanted there. So I converse with people.
Side note,
that.
I will say, when I first saw Jake's painting of his house, I know his house very well. I thought it was a photograph. Like, seriously, like that's
thanks.
a genuine. I was like, okay, what are you doing?
You're fucking good.
And then I was like, oh shit, he painted that.
Right.
I'll show you my dad's paintings upstairs.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Afterwards, after the show. Our my late father-in-law, rest your peace, Steve Fry.
Yeah.
Freehand and did not. I mean, just straight mind to canvas.
That's awesome.
Fantastic artist.
Yeah.
I wish.
Well, I
wish he was like a stoner version of Bob Ross, a hippie version of Bob Ross.
See, like
you're describing, I was gonna say you're describing Bob Ross. Right?
Yeah.
No, I mean like long hair and fucking smoked it up and partied down
pro,
70s style.
Gotcha.
Can someone get me a beer? I am actively dying right now.
Hold on,
so John, if you can hear this,
you ate that veggie straw.
Okay, John,
I ate the veggie straw.
Okay,
I said I'm not eating it.
Wait, hold on.
He went all in.
Watering.
Look down. Look. Do you see how much I ate myself?
Oh shit!
This is the one that he ate.
Oh shit!
I've eaten so much of that. It's
I had
super
one.
good. I like it.
Nice.
I'm on fire.
I've actually enjoyed the scent of all these.
I've seen Adam eat some pepper contests, and I know what he likes. I do not like. So.
Yeah,
Nice.
I've gotten into drunken pepper eating contests.
think one of the best things was Adam in a pepper eating contest. He didn't know he ran into a brick wall that night, and he was eating against someone who didn't have taste buds.
Was this at the Looking Glass?
No,
by chance?
They were. Well,
It
it wasn't like ghost peppers, but our friend Wayne, right?
Yeah, Wayne.
He was just like Homer's candle, wax in the mouth. Just downing.
Okay, I will say this. I love spicy food. I love spicy food.
Yes.
And I was eating a ton of it, and then I was like, you know what? I'm tapping out. Like, I can't do it. And then, like, Wayne, who apparently likes spicy food even more than me, he had already won, and he just keeps eating.
Yeah. These are pretty crunchy, man. These are pretty crunchy.
Actually, I think the best story about Wayne eating spicy food is he said, because he was in the Navy.
Yeah.
He said that he was like so amped. He was like over in it was a country like in Asia. I can't remember where, but he's like ordered something like super super spicy with a bunch of like hot peppers in it.
Right.
He's like, okay, right on. Like after he'd been eating just like ship food for however long.
You got to get rid
and
of it.
He said like the next day he's like wiping his butt.
You can say it.
He's wiping.
Seeds.
No. Hold on. He was like as he's wiping his ass, he feels like he's like, what is this? And he just passed an entire undigested pepper.
Oh
it's a wilted pepper. Like it's a whole pepper, just like like a shitty wilted pepper.
Red hot shitty peppers.
Just dying.
The thing walked through him like Mother of Dragons.
It's like eating corn, but it's a pepper that comes out.
Oh, that had to hurt and feel great at the same time. That's like one of those weird things you're proud of, but not.
No, he's honestly the only person I've ever tapped out on when it comes to like eating like a spicy food. Because I'm like, come at me,
it's
dude.
like playing gay chicken with a gay man.
Yeah, he's not gonna lose.
No, he's gonna hold your hand while
like
walking in public.
Yeah, that's the best way to.
Ask Joe Exotic. So, and another reason why we're doing the Monday Night COVID was honestly to keep you guys, because you're a roast champ, Jake.
All right.
And Adam is Adam.
Adam would have been we would have been in the finals if he had a partaken.
If you would have partaken, you would have just said, when in doubt, whip out the Speedo.
I didn't go that night because I didn't want to hurt feelings. Like I was like,
that's kind of why I don't want to go.
I didn't want to go that night. I didn't want to
hold
hurt
on.
feelings. But then
I seriously
said we need enough guys to do this. So I'm like, all right.
I said that to Jake. I go. I don't think I'm going to do the roast because I still want friends because I'm a.
Yeah, you're a Marine.
Well, in that night,
military guys. Military guys are a different kind of evil.
You hate about you.
Yes. I will make it. We'll make your insecurities secure.
I won because I'm the youngest, and like I lived for the Call of Duty chat room.
I'm younger than you. You beat me.
Well, no, I'm the youngest in my family, which meant like
I was gonna say. Let's be honest. You're kind of a redhead. Everyone beats you.
I think I'm older than all of you guys, aren't I?
How is he?
I know it's a lovely
redhead?
shirt. Thank you, Rose.
What's that?
Who did you just call a redhead?
He's almost a ginger.
How?
Look at his beard.
Oh, well, a little bit, yeah.
They're blonde hairs.
I will say I have like every shade in my beard. I've got a couple just like horrific red beards.
That's because of all the inoculations.
My brother is,
right?
Blue eyes, red beard, 6'4". It's like we don't look very much alike. So
You're just a red-haired G.
I do?
Yeah.
Sick.
Well, he does have the tendencies.
Actually, I did remember hearing that like they did discover redheads do have a higher natural pain tolerance.
You okay there, Chief?
I'm trying to hold back up.
I don't know if that's true because I have two very clumsy redheads at home and they cry about everything.
Well, that's because of their dad. I mean, what?
I mean,
no, it was they figured out the gene. Basically, it produces a lot of pain endorphins, a bit more than everyone else. And then I heard someone say really funny, like, yeah, it's because they get the shit kicked out of them their whole life.
See, nobody has to kick the shit out of my kids. They do it themselves.
I've witnessed one just reach down and then fucking 5 feet away fall down the stairs.
One of them was using the couch like a fucking slip and slide, and she
me too.
Out of nowhere, she just starts crying. Like, I didn't hear her hit herself. I didn't hear her fall. And she's just screaming, crying last night. And she goes over to Mandy, just like crawls into her arms. And she says, Mommy, I hit my underwear spot on the couch. I was fucking
That's the best name for it ever. May I have some more hot sauce?
I mean, at first my favorite was bathroom parts, but
Fiesta
underwear
Caliente
spot
this time,
takes
or
the cake.
Simone.
The front butt, yeah.
The front butt.
She had her front butt. I was like, it was hard for me not to laugh
unsung
too.
hero of genital terms.
But I know
Hit me
what
Rick
that
and Morty
feels
mouth.
like, and I felt so bad for her at the same time.
She slid her box.
I'm like, oh my god, you hit that pubic bone, and you're just like,
I
ow,
thought
fuck, that hurts. Ow.
So, Manny, what have you been doing?
Homeschool teachering.
Homeschool teachering, getting caught up on a lot of
Alcohol.
Netflix.
no.
Yes.
I was going to say both go hand in hand.
Housework basically is what's been going on. I had a stack of laundry the size of my head.
That's
or
porn.
up to my
No,
head.
I was like, that's...
Porn.
I finally got that done.
She got to the end of YouTube
I
1.
I finished Pornhub, guys.
I wish I
When's
finished
Pornhub 2 come out?
I did buy some new toys on the internet,
Enough.
so that was fun.
Thank God Amazon's still delivering.
Like Transformers.
That's why I
or-
said
yeah, the
toys. I didn't.
You've been paying attention to Shots from the Balcony group page. I see that.
I did not elaborate on that for a reason.
Yes, now you can.
Now I
Kinda.
can. Yeah, one with a suction cup.
Oh, so I can put.
Oh
I can.
my God.
So it's basically
We
my
just got one of
Nintendo
those
Switch
for-
holder.
We just got one of those for our cat, where the suction cups go on the windows, and then it's like an elevated platform on the
Okay.
patio door. Is that what you got?
I was thinking it was like what I use for holding up
For
my
sure.
Nintendo Switch.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
actually, like, the cat loves it so much, it sits there all the time, and I wanted to get the one that looks like Aladdin's carpet for it.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking
So is that
about.
what you got?
Yeah, for sure. No, but I've been out of work. My daycare closed, so I've been home a lot and taking care of the kids. And
While you're homeschooling, the suction cup isn't being used. Right?
no,
Ugh.
no, the kids are not home when the suction cup is being used, or they're asleep anyway.
They're being made.
Yeah,
Hey.
no, I don't make those anymore.
Why?
Children?
Yeah, let's go weird with it.
Tiny humans.
I don't make children anymore. No.
She turned the factory into a playground.
Yeah, basically. But I want to paint my living room. That's like the next thing I want to do.
Which is what we also call her old baby maker.
Okay.
The living room.
Yeah.
I want to paint my living room, and I want to get into painting.
She wants the
with
carpet to match the
acrylics.
drapes.
Bald?
Also,
I went with watercolor. I started with oils. I'm like,
Yeah.
I've always hated oils. I'm gonna learn oils. I did one day of oils, and I'm like, I hate oils. So
Essentially.
I went to watercolor. It works a lot better, but
yeah, I know acrylic. It's a familiar medium for me, so. I've been watching like tutorials and stuff on YouTube about
that's
of
great
stuff that
stuff.
I want to kind of make.
Hold
and-
on. Yes, Henry? Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Oh, whatever.
I care.
Yeah.
But
Henry,
I want to
sit
get
down.
into doing.
Jake cares.
I bought a coloring book. I've been doing that for now until I can get some more money to get the acrylics. My work's still paying.
As
me
soon as
more,
this is
so.
done, I'm getting tattooed. I don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah.
Fuck.
We both have
That-
appointments. I guess.
That's something that like is
Which is sad.
interesting, and like I've just been seeing a lot of tattoo artists. And if I could say one thing, I'm sick of seeing new tattoos with the tag. The last one I did before quarantine. It's like, go fuck yourself. I know you just fucking did that.
That's a basement tattoo
and
if
like,
I ever seen
and like
it.
I get it. You know, fucking make just like that line. It's like, just don't fucking post it at this point. But I will say,
Can't you lose your license if you do that?
well, here's the thing. There's a
Allegedly.
very tenuous game going on right now of like, can you
Tetanus.
guys please give us a fucking plan? Otherwise, we're just going to go back to the way tattooing used to be. And that was, we didn't have licenses to do it in the first place.
Right.
Not saying that's what I'm going to run out and do, but I am saying there's a lot of
If you
people
do, please call me.
that are already doing it. And it's just going to get worse. Basically, you've taken the health department out of the loop with all this bullshit.
Right.
We are bloodborne pathogen trained. We know how to sterilize stuff. Granted, I agree that there shouldn't be like these large shops open.
Well, in all honesty, you're not going to find
Appointment only,
No,
essentially.
here's the
what
thing:
you
is
should
that
do.
with a tattoo shop,
In my opinion.
like we have the same like classifications as any like a surgical room.
Yeah.
You know, like as far as like we have to have like everything there. You're not going to find a cleaner room.
Yeah.
You know, than a tattoo
But
shop.
and the-
if it's
And if you do, if you don't, it's probably a crackhead.
And the problem with this, like,
Or in a hospital.
the problem with this, like, quarantine is like it's been one of those things. Like, I agree, it's unessential. You don't need a tattoo for anything. But
Acupuncture.
I do think when the world starts turning again, it will be one of the last things thought of. So be like, oh, people don't need their tattoos. But it's an area
that Mike Tyson tribal tattoo.
Yeah. But I'm sitting here thinking, like, I'm seeing a lot of people walking around. A lot of people are walking around with nice haircuts. You know, they're all cheating too.
Yeah.
We should all be looking like shit by now.
I was gonna say my youngest son's gonna have a bowl cut here in a hot minute.
If you guys are looking for a
give him the
haircut
Henry
right now,
Strader.
my dad is a barber and he's staying at home right now and he's fucking bored out of his mind.
But that's what I mean. Like, he's doing the right thing. But like, there's people out there like that are getting their haircuts, and like, you can't just ask people to you can't ask people to make their family starve. I'm not being overly dramatic.
That's why we have the stimulus check.
But I've heard rumors that like that stimulus check possibly won't show up till like August.
Yes,
unless you have like your direct deposit set up to the IRS and all that stuff. But it's just like there's no plans that they've come out with. There's supposed to be data being made. Like, there was a study in Germany where they were looking for the antibody test, and they showed promising signs.
They got to get that.
Possibly, they think 15% of people may have already had this thing, which leans towards the herd immunity thing. But nobody talks about it. Everybody's worried to see if Fauci got in an argument with Trump. And I'm not sitting here bashing the fucking media, but the media isn't talking about anything relevant. They're steering it back towards politics. They're steering it back towards like what Biden would have done.
And that's why we're having this show.
But like, who the fuck cares right now? Stop being political.
Right.
Talk about the world running. Talk about the shutdowns that are happening. Talk about people coordinating masks to get to fucking hospitals, to healthcare. It's infuriating. And I sit home and I just
beating coronavirus.
Yeah, and I sit home and I just get like furiously mad about. Let's see what the news is talking about. Oh, they're talking about fucking red state, blue state bullshit that doesn't fucking matter when 1/3 of the country is out of work.
News.
Because honestly, it's hard not to be conspiracy theorist.
That explains your "what's a Democrat" fucking comment.
Well, the thing is, it's really hard because
he said it.
Like the whole thing with Trump, when they're just like, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but
hard not to be right
this
now.
Virus seems to have done exactly what the other side wants not to do. Lowest unemployment rate in history. Well, that's fucking gone. Takes care of that. Highest stock market in history. That's fucking gone.
Yep.
Right? But no concrete facts or evidence coming out and actually reliable statistics. It's all this vagary shit. Like that thing in Louisiana where they're like, I'm getting angry about it.
No, get angry.
It's like COVID kills a fucking newborn. So they repeat, COVID kills a newborn. This is something that can affect children. COVID went to the mom who was pregnant. Mom went into early labor. She gave birth to a 22-week-old baby. No baby's going to be viable. I think the record's like 25 weeks. This baby was born early and premature.
No, 20.
COVID didn't kill that baby. It was counted as a COVID death. What's that?
21
20.
weeks. Oh, 20 weeks?
20,
20 weeks is the record?
So the records. This thing was born just after the record, and it died.
Big
But
surprise.
the thing is, they counted that as a COVID death. How are we as
a
rational
man
people?
who got shot 25 times in the head died of COVID.
I thought that was a meme.
I thought that was a meme too. I honestly thought he had news on the Clintons.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's just like everyone's out here being rational, and we're trying to do the right thing. We're trying to be on board with social distancing and all this shit. But then you start seeing these numbers where we're like, the U.S. has the highest death rates in we surpassed everybody.
We're
but then
also
you find
a huge
out,
country.
you just find out if you don't know you have coronavirus and you get hit by a bus,
you
got
died
fucking killed.
Yes.
And so, what are we supposed to do? Because eventually, if enough of that news comes out, people like me who are just sitting home wondering how I'm going to fucking buy food for my kids, we're going to start going to do the shit we're not supposed to do because we can get away with it.
Yes.
Because realistically, the government, I haven't seen
Does
any
not give
president
a
on the
shit.
streets that's supposed to stop me. This is all social media. This is all everybody on board with doing the right thing. But it's been proven in like every society, even down to like monkeys and stuff. If monkeys watch one monkey not do the thing they're supposed to do, those other monkeys will fucking do it too.
Yes.
And that's all we are. And
yes,
it's
a
so,
higher form of primate.
It's so hard to sit here and be positive and be chipper 3 or 4 weeks in of sitting at home with the kids and
doodle. You can
Which
only
is fine, but there's
if I
people
may
like me.
if I may push out a plug.
Yeah,
you
go
can
ahead.
only doodle mash so long.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say, and I recommend giving that more shots, folks,
Yeah.
because
sure.
your imagination will come up with some weird shit.
well, it's just and that's like, and I just like. So I'm trying to stay
go,
positive.
go.
I'm trying to stay positive about like that's where like I'm doing the 3D printer with the masks.
That's what I was
I'm
going to ask
making
you
mask
about
clips,
next.
and I'm just basically if you want to contact me, all I'm asking is just cover the envelope and the stamp. I'm
Yes.
giving them away for free because what we're being told now is everybody needs to start wearing these masks. That means society can start opening back up. So right now my goal is just everybody should help society open back up so we can get back to our lives.
Let's get back to normal. If
Yeah.
I have to get a tattoo with a fucking face mask on,
Yeah.
game on.
Look, I'm
Let's
fine.
go.
I'm fine with it. Absolutely fine
I
with
want
it.
my acupuncture's therapy with proof.
But-
For serious.
And it's also it's hard with other recent news coming out. Like, did you know you can't burn in Wisconsin right now?
You can burn. You can have a bonfire. You can't burn like your yard waste.
You're sticking me at home and I can't do yard work?
You can't burn your yard waste.
Stuff like that. Or how about they they close all the parks. We can't go to parks. We can't go hiking with the kids. Why? You can go to Target.
That is ridiculous.
You can go to Target and you stand in there with 2,000 people that are buying shit to redecorate their fucking homes, but I can't go to a park and go to a hike.
Right.
You're sitting there and you're just like, what is? That part of your brain starts turning. It's like, what's really going on?
Yeah.
Like 95
is the Kansas City shuffle happening. They got us looking left. What's going on
like
right?
99% of me is like, oh, this is coronavirus, the deaths, tracking all that shit. I got to do the right thing, social distancing, blah, blah, blah. And then deep down in my soul, there's like a little voice that's like, they're not telling us something.
Hey, Pinocchio!
Of course they're not.
Like, this is about global warming. All these fucking memes are coming out. They're like, you could see the Himalayas for the first time from India in 30 years. And I just want to like, well, take a fucking picture.
Yeah.
Because the curtain's going back up. See you next pandemic, Himalayans. Let's get this fucking shit going.
Bye, dolphins. Yeah. Love you.
Like, oh, there's coyotes in the Golden
So long
Gate Bridge.
and thanks for all the fish.
Yes, thank you again.
We were talking about this the other day, how, like, maybe this is, like, a weird conspiracy for, like, the people who are all about the ozone layer and, like,
no, it's hard
the
not
environment
to
and everything.
It's really hard not to think that this is a global warming test, that they're measuring carbon levels to see if shutting down certain amounts
They
of
had a
society-
prelim test on that with 9/11 when they shut down all air traffic.
And that's the other thing. Air traffic is one of the biggest contributors to pollutants in the air right now. Like,
well, yeah, it's like we are supposedly approaching this deadline that's the point of no return for the ozone layer.
And they know we can't be reasonable, so they have to scare. But I don't want to think that. This is COVID. We got to make masks. We got to do clips. We got to do the right thing
right now.
Yeah. And that's like every day. Like I just avoid
Scalia.
that YouTube video.
Judge Scalia died of natural causes and was found with a pillow over his face. Wait, we're talking about COVID. Never mind.
This came from a pangolin.
A penguin.
A pangolin.
Pangolin.
I just want to go back to work.
Looks like a PlayStation 2 armadillo.
That's all I want to do is go back to work. I miss my fucking kids, dude.
Thank you.
I miss my kids so much.
Okay, thank you for reiterating on that one. I just want to get rid of mine for 12 hours.
I miss all of your kids. Like, just bring me your children. I miss them. More of them.
I miss missing my kids.
So, more importantly than Mandy's children, I had Tool concert.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I just saw the other day.
I had vacation scheduled.
Freaking hell.
Dude, they said concerts won't be coming back till 2021 fall.
Well, at least you can watch The Witcher.
They'll be like, hey.
I was supposed to go to a music festival with my mom this summer. I don't see that happening.
They're going to try to sell you, like, have a Zoom concert.
Yeah, okay, and somebody's going to bomb it with their beanbag.
Connect with all your friends with house parties.
With a bunch of dirty hippies.
Yeah. Well, at least you can't smell them.
Yeah. Damn it.
It really has put a lot of cramp in a lot of people's style.
See how like just elevated my heart rate got there?
Yeah, you're fine, man.
Honestly, like twice
your rosea's coming out in your cheeks. Yeah. We see it.
Well, no, I said Jake earlier goes, I don't want to rant.
Rant away.
I want to rant. So
Gary
bad.
rants all the time. Somebody else needs to take that.
Somebody needs to take the Jane Fonda rants away from me.
Here's the thing.
My thing.
Ranting's like masturbating. It's great when you're doing it, but then there's that weirdness.
Where you're done, and it's like everyone just seeing. It's like everyone watching you masturbate, and you didn't know it.
Yeah, it's like that came out of me, huh?
What do we do now? Well, we definitely close the web browser and delete the history.
So no, okay. Here's my thing that frustrates. Here's the thing that frustrates me. Is that they were like shutting down like church.
Hey, you know what really grinds my gears?
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
They were shutting down churches.
Yes,
drive-ins.
They were shutting down church drive-ins. Like you're sitting in your own car,
breathing your own stink.
Yeah, like.
And
the conspiracy side is like it's about not driving.
Just down the road.
No,
from the studio, just down the road, they shut down one.
There's a church drive-in.
Yeah, there's
in town.
Yeah, been like that for about
church,
5 years. Yeah,
the Lutheran church.
Yeah, the
before all of this.
Yeah, they did
the
it.
One with the daycare, the big ass one.
Yes, the big ass one.
Hey, the one that you park your car at during the fair.
Yes,
the one I vote at.
Yes, the one where we vote at.
No, seriously, you pull up.
Yeah, how
and
great
it's like,
was that? Voting at 6 feet away.
Isn't it something like? No, you pull up and it's like tuned to 88.6 or whatever, you know, and then you can sit there and like you listen to your sermon.
Drive-in movie theater styles.
Yeah. That's and I thought that was going to be a great one, and they shut that shit down.
Huh?
You don't understand.
I didn't know
they don't want people driving their cars for the
people are watching.
And then you got the super devout Christians going, "This is just one of the 7 signs starting." I'm like,
no, well, they're doing telecasts and stuff like that.
People watching Mass like on TV.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever in the living room.
And I know there's several churches that like they're just doing like the main people and they're like live broadcasting it or whatever.
Yeah, kind of like the WWE without an audience.
Yeah.
It's now WW Church without an audience.
Yeah.
And the pastor comes in. Oh, he's got.
Goodness gracious, Jesus came in with a steel chair.
He's got a folding table.
Yeah.
He's beating that snake like it's got no business being there.
One of my religious friends on Facebook posted about Easter, how they were doing like Easter communion over the internet, and I was like, "How does that work? Did you buy your own wine and wafer?"
Mandy, look who this is coming out of right now. Yes, you bought your own wine, of course,
and wafer,
and just a Trisket.
Except they're not watching TikTok. They're watching.
I'm not going to. We all know I'm not going to fucking church. I'm going to hell in a handbasket.
You'll be warm.
And I'll have company. So.
Yes.
I do have a question about...
Jesus did see his shadow. It's 30 more days of quarantine.
We knew that.
Oh yeah, I did.
Sorry, Jake. I'm sorry.
Sorry, go ahead, Jake.
No, I was just gonna ask. What's the best conspiracy you've seen?
About
like
COVID?
in general?
About COVID.
I haven't been paying
because I was about to say I can tell you some shit.
I've been
Hollow Moon.
Your dad posts some crazy shit though. His dad posts all the crazy shit. If you want to hear the crazy shit,
I have
follow
been too
his
busy.
dad.
I have been too busy being essential worker.
My dad's literally just trying to.
I am not having fun right now. I hate to say it, but I am not having fun right now. I got to worry about my fucking kids being educated, and then I got to worry about 200 fucking routes going out for fucking people mass buying fucking toilet paper at grocery stores. Fucking sucks.
Yeah. No, it's weird. It's gonna be a weird trickle down effect. Because my daddy pretty much runs Taylor, and he was telling me they had to lay off like 300 people. It took him like days and days to do it. Because he's like, I want to talk to each person at least for 20 minutes, explain as best I could.
Yeah.
Because he's a good dude. And he actually called me, and this is rare because my dad, I haven't seen emotion from him ever.
Since the 80s.
I remember one time he woke me up and was like, hey, your grandpa died.
Bad news to tell you.
Oh.
Sorry, champ.
Yeah, but
let's get on with our day. Here's your Cheerios.
Yeah, you could see it was like, I could tell it bothered him to do that. 'Cause he's like, and he talked about, I guess in 85 he got laid off from Fairbanks. I was born in 85, so he was like, I was terrified because you were on the way. And he goes, you know what they told me? They said, try not to cry.
That's military cold-blooded right there.
So
shit.
That's suffer in military. I was gonna say that's suffer in silence kind of shit.
Yeah. So that's what. But he's like, because of that, it's just like what he had to do running this company.
Right.
He wanted to just try to not have what happened to him.
Oh my.
What's that? Yeah, picture.
What?
Rotten.com apparently.
Nice.
Reddit 50/50.
Reddit 50/50.
Savory.
Oh, I've seen that before. Yeah,
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, the cyst in the eye.
I don't like that.
Yeah, the nurse at the table just went, let me see that shit.
That goes on a list of things that I didn't need to see today.
I don't like that.
So have you seen the 5G conspiracy?
Yes, I've also seen the 5G conspiracy. That was one of my favorites. Because what happened with Ford LTE?
Yeah,
I heard it was supposed to give you cancer though, not COVID.
So wasn't LTE and 4G and 3G.
Well, is this true? I was exposed to that shit when I went to see AEW in Chicago.
No, I when I found that shit out, I immediately put my cell phone in my pocket just to hope it would sterilize.
Fucking yuck, Adam! Put it away.
Oh yeah, Gonorrhea fasciculades of the eye.
Bring it this way.
You're talking to a former first responder.
That looks like a bird's
I'm good.
nest.
I'm good. That looks like I was gonna say that looks like a mini wasp nest in an eye.
Oh God.
I'm trying to eat my spicy Lunchable juice.
Hold on. I'm getting hungry.
No, ASMR. Mandy's tapping out. Oh, okay.
No, that whole
yes,
thing.
Sir.
The whole thing
with the LTE 5G.
The 5G. Supposedly they were saying like Wuhan was one of the first provinces completely covered with this 5G, and that's where the. So they say
hence the reason that the
they went back in time.
Huawei fucking phones were.
Well, that was
same time.
Well,
it was the same
Huawei,
time.
Yeah, they banned it from here because of the back doors that they
to the Chinese government facial recognition and all that bullshit. But it ran on 5G.
But they were going back in time. They were saying in 1917. That's basically when broadcast radio started and electrified the world. so then you had the 1918 pandemic, and they blamed the 1958
Spanish flu or something.
Actually, we know what's called the Spanish flu? I thought this was kind of interesting. It was nice. What is that? Is that a nail?
Adam's obviously bored.
I'm not bored. I'm just looking
I
at
do
it.
think
He just went down a rabbit hole.
I do think that it was weird how many parallels I started seeing after we started hearing about coronavirus, like when everything, started. Like, it was like 2020 had just started. It was the beginning of the year, and memes started coming out about how, like, every century in the 20s, new plague was starting, and people started predicting that another plague was going to come, and then this just happened.
I will say the thing about like our brains is it's a degloving incident.
Well, like we do try to see parallels in everything.
It's like we have our pattern recognition. It's like, do you remember? Because I'm a Cubs fan, so like I remember.
Remember, I'm a Cubs fan.
Well, no, because 2016 the Cubs won the World Series. And there was all this fucking stupid, like, did you know that there's 108 years without a World Series? Like, did you know there's 108 stitches in a ball? There's 108 seats in this section. There was like this long ass list. It was 100.
Like Lost, or Final Destination.
Yeah, it was all this like they made these strange connections. But that's called the is that the bullseye fallacy, where you basically
I
the
think so.
sharpshooter one,
Sharpshooter fallacy.
Basically, shoot side of a barn, you go and you draw your bullseye secondary. So it's like that. But the Spanish flu was kind of interesting because, like, 1918, it's called the Spanish flu. It actually started in, I think it was Haskins County, Kansas. That's where they thought they tracked it back to. And it spread. And the thing about 1918 is it was in the middle of World War I. And so pretty much every other country was at war, but Spain was neutral, so they had free press. So millions were dying in Spain, and Spain was like, oh my God, look how many fucking millions are dying, but they're the only ones. Everyone else had propaganda control, so they didn't want the enemy to think that we had a pandemic going on. So they all pretended everything was fine. So that's why it's been known as the Spanish flu since then. So that was the whole thing about like the whole China thing, when people are like, Trump's being racist, calling this the Chinese flu. And I kind of thought this might be about China understanding history, that names mean something, and in the future, if the blame is squarely on them.
Honestly, if it would have started in Janesville, it would have been the Janesville flu,
and like, it should be, because
the JVL virus.
Well, here's the thing. I like to look at it. It's just like dude,
what happens when you graduate Parker?
No, if the world was a classroom, China showed up with lice, man, and sometimes lice happens. But China's parents kept sending them for a month. So that's where it's just
and didn't tell no one.
Not fuck China, but fuck China's parents. That's all I'm saying. We're all sitting here with shaved heads like, what the fuck, China?
No, honestly, like, and I'm just going to reiterate some stuff here that you're just saying, but honestly, like the Zika.
Yeah, Zika virus.
Yeah, we totally forgot about that shit, didn't we?
West Nile virus.
Ebola was off, the
Lime County. That's where that came from?
Lime County, or in Connecticut.
Yeah,
the Rocky Mountain spotted fever.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, it's a
Spanish flu. Yeah, Spanish, and now we got they're calling it the Chinese virus or the Chinese
1958
COVID?
Was the Hong Kong flu.
Yes,
it was fine.
And in all honesty,
and then
I'm
we got
okay
Hong Kong
with
flu.
It being called the Kung flu. I don't understand what the problem is.
We got to hustle.
I think the problem comes in because of Trump's opinion on China before this even happened.
I love China. Now they're a bunch of fucking pricks.
Yeah, and now this is happening. So now everybody
well, he's
thinks
defended.
he
Actually, in all of this,
China.
he did defend the calling it the Chinese or the China virus.
Yeah,
he said he did say that was not cool.
Well,
more words than that, but he said it was pretty not cool.
It's one of those here's the problem. If we're going to be realistic about it, is they had a pandemic,
right?
And they had 5 million people go through the province of Wuhan, and they didn't tell anyone about it.
And then they blame it on a U.S. Marine.
They didn't tell anyone about it. So the thing is, when this is all said and done, this is costing I don't know, $20 or $30 trillion in the world.
Take it off our debt.
Well, no, not take it off our debt, but there should be restrictions. Here's the
Agreed.
thing. Here's the thing. What was it? 2004? Was that SARS?
Yes.
Came from a fucking wet market.
Yep.
H1N1. We thought it came from Mexico. Wrong.
No.
Came
Wet
from a wet
market.
market.
Pig.
This is the third fucking time
They need
this
to
has
shut
happened.
that shit down.
What was the one with Matt Damon? With the quarantine bullshit, and it came from a bat being eaten by a pig.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's just
so much cross contamination.
There's going to be
so much.
There's going to be sanctions. There's going to be worldly change.
A world
happens.
FDA.
And China is very, very desperate to not be labeled as the source of this.
Yeah.
So what are they doing? They're
blaming it on the
putting
Marines.
Confusion. They're taking.
I'm saying. Adam's heard that one.
So that they're using
confusion. I was gonna say over your box of crayons at lunch.
Pretty gross people.
Yeah, they're also going the route of Spanish flu, where they understand the one with the most.
Yeah,
they're like, oh, it's gonna be called the United States flu.
Yep,
it's like
the American flu.
And I don't blame Trump for being like, we need to be consistent about the narrative. It's not about racism. It's about labeling the pathology of this thing.
Yep.
But then you have ignorant people going out and punching Chinese people in the fucking face.
That's fine. There's people that are stupid.
At least they stopped punching Nazis.
Like, it's like there's people that are stupid.
I think that Nazis should be punched too.
Yeah, that's fine. But Chinese
should
people
still.
are
What about
the fucking
Chinese
problem.
Nazis?
Hold on, you see a Nazi, you go over there, you punch him.
Yeah. No, you go out of your way to punch
If there's a bunch
the
of movie cameras, find out what's going on first. Might be a Tarantino film.
I mean, to be fair about Trump,
I like that one a lot.
Yes, that was,
We got no.
Social distance.
It's social distancing. Demolition Man wins.
I'm about to use the 3 shisha.
Hell yeah! Ring the bell. See, you go.
To be fair about Trump, he is the president of the United States,
and we have to respect the commander-in-chief.
One season ahead of us on The Simpsons.
Yeah. But the whole
he died on The Simpsons.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The whole thing with like the China, what's already amazing to me, wet markets are back open. Mm-hmm. They're opening back.
That was the first thing that got back open.
And so that's
let's hope the tattoo parlors are the first thing that open up.
Their defense on why they won't shut those down is because it's
People need to eat.
ingrained in their culture.
No, and I understand that, but their culture is getting ingrained in us right now.
I understand.
Yeah, face masks.
It's like they're ingrained. If it was ingrained in their culture, it was maybe ingrained in a culture that wasn't as connected as our culture has become over the last 20 years, both in supply chains and just airplanes. Like this shit got here fucking fast. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised. Where's PETA in all this? This is the best argument for PETA I've ever heard of.
Worst argument for anti-vaxxers, best for PETA.
Yeah, and they're not saying anything. And
because Carol Baskins is a fucking snake, and she's
they're focusing on Tiger.
Yeah. Is PETA a worldwide organization though, or are they just American?
No. It's essentially American and European.
That's what I thought.
I'm just saying, it's just like, what did we do for Iraq when we thought they had nuclear weapons?
Mm-hmm.
We bombed the shit out of them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's just occurred is far worse than a nuclear weapon. It's almost like if Iraq had something that made nuclear weapons by accident. You think we wouldn't go over there and make sure that it wouldn't happen by accident again?
Wasn't there the conspiracy theory that the Umbrella Corp symbol looks like the fucking Chinese symbol that's handling all this?
Yeah, I saw that.
Or the company. And then they're saying also something to the effect of...
Hold on. Back up. In that conspiracy...
Okay, thanks for that image, Adam. I'm never going to get that out of my head. Rose, look at the bathroom.
Would you eat me?
It puts the lotion in the basket.
It's like the ending of Blair Witch.
It burns!
I'm not looking. Is it the circle game?
No, it's the goat. It's the goat. You got to look at it. It's glorious.
No.
And after he kicked, there it is. The goat.
It's the mangina.
Yes, you do. You're gonna anyway tonight.
Mangina.
Somebody wants to learn more about midget porn.
Henry's gonna reenact it later.
What did you say?
The goat kills corona.
Oh, okay.
So give the goat for the World Health Organization.
So I guess I'm dying of corona.
The Rona. Sorry about
corona.
that. No, that was corona, definitely.
I make no apologies for my actions.
I wouldn't.
I'm not making apologies. The only apology I'm giving is the interruption of Jake's point.
I mean, what was my point? I didn't remember.
I have no idea what the fucking man bag going through the fucking pressed fruit bowl.
That's a gargoyle.
This makes up for you not wearing a Speedo during your marathon.
Okay, honestly,
Dude,
no one wants to see
that
a crying. No one wants to see a crying fat guy like limping in the.
I do. I absolutely.
Wait, we
do.
don't?
That's entertainment right there.
I'm a running, crying fat man anytime I bump my shin.
But also,
I've had so many people ask me why I didn't wear a Speedo. Apparently, I've made a spectacle of myself.
Without the Speedo.
But I guess you wouldn't have got your picture put in the Gazette if you were
I
wearing.
would have, but then it would have been like, don't let him within 500 feet of a
school.
The schools are closed.
Oh, I can't see that one. It's too close to home.
Yeah, you probably would have been put in the Gazette if you were wearing.
I was going to say certain churches would ask you to start coming over.
Okay, so the only reason why I was even in the paper is because Jake, the guy that Eric, the writer, ran by Jake. And you see how Jake just had like a little table with like
Gatorade.
pre-peeled. Pre-peeled
cuties.
Yeah, cuties.
No, you had it right the first time.
Yeah.
Pre-pilled.
Yeah, but no, it was all basically just smash and grab stuff. And then he's like,
I had a
"What are you
speaker.
doing?"
I was playing like Eye of the Tiger. And Don't Stop Me Now. I was being an asshole. I was bored. I had my kids there. The dog was there.
They were painting signs. Go, Adam, go. So no, okay, back up. We started talking about this before the show. This shit didn't make it onto the air. Adam was in the local Gazette, and yes, you can see the links on his Facebook and a couple. I think maybe Alkali-Tattoo's fan book
shared
page.
A lot.
It was shared a lot.
It was
a lot
fucking cool.
Your girlfriend shared it. That's how I found out, and then I'm just like,
Let's be honest.
Good for him.
Let's be honest. Anybody that knows me, it was a slow day in sports. If I'm on the cover,
it is. It's a total slow day, unless it's the crayon eating contest.
Yeah, exactly.
But just fucking congratulations! I'm fucking pulling stuttering John bullshit over here. My apologies.
No,
but
it's okay. No, thank you. It was a good time.
Yes.
Honestly, I would say that right around mile 20 or so,
my nipples started bleeding.
No, I actually.
No, I mean mine did actually.
Oh, like you and I are E.T.
Yes,
and
yes.
Elliot.
Yes.
You're just
Like the Corsican brothers.
Ow.
So were you just running around the block? Were you just running around the block a shit ton of times?
No, I did 5 legs from my house. I went 2.6 miles. I just mapped it out on Google
without a rucksack.
All right,
without a rucksack, like a bitch. No, I
put those ankle weights, bro.
Forgot to bandage his tits.
No, I did. Full disclosure, I totally bandaged my tits.
Good.
I went and
folks,
grabbed.
That's a legit thing.
No,
Marathon runners, you'll see the fucking bleeding. Look at the end.
Really?
Google marathon finish. You will see a whole bunch of tit stains.
No,
with blood.
Maybe keep,
What happens
maybe
when
keep
your
the
nipples
parental
are
controls
pierced?
on marathon finishes.
Is what I wanna know.
Good point.
No, I went and because at the shop that we have those the Sanaderm bandages.
Yes,
so
yes.
I went and just cut out some nipple-sized bandages.
Hell yeah!
Put those over. But no, it actually worked swimmingly well.
Awesome.
Any potential marathon runners, 10 out of 10 would bang again. But
I'd swipe right.
I'd swipe right. I don't even. Or is it left or right?
I have no fucking clue.
That's right.
I don't know.
I haven't been on Grindr for years.
Yeah, brag. So anyway,
honey, Grindr's the gay one. No, hot or not. Oh my god, I fucking hated that site when it came out.
No, I would say right around mile 20 or so, I started getting really motivated because I was like, you know what, I'm
Jake turned Eye of the Tiger onto 11.
6.2 miles away from being able to just shove this accolade down everyone's throat, just up the ass of every conversation.
I did
ever
how many Ks was it? How many K?
I don't know that.
How many miles then?
26.2.
26.2
Trying
miles.
to do the K math. I'm like,
Yeah,
39?
the K math. We'll divide by 2.
Well, a lot of the true marathoners you see them with the fucking 5K, 18K fucking bullshit on their bumper stickers. I ran. So why are you driving your car now, dipshit?
No, honestly, I'm so not like that. Actually, I just was gonna silently suffer.
You just started running.
I
just get
kind of tired now.
The last song that I did play was Against the Wind by Bob Seger. I wanted to run from him and be like, are you doing this for women's rights?
Okay.
Oh my god, you just stepped in a huge pile of shit.
I want to have a shit happen shirt.
Yeah. Okay, so I will say this.
Have a nice
shit.
There you go.
Jake knows me. Jake and I, we've been working together for about 15 years or so. He knows me very well. That I just do stuff. I don't talk about it. I just do it.
Okay.
And
so you're a system disruptor. I like it. I like it.
He knew I was doing a marathon at some point, but he didn't know what day. And so,
I just woke up and started running.
Well, no, what my buddy who was going to do the marathon with me in Milwaukee,
right?
He ended up like, hey man, I'm not going to do it, whatever. I'm like, okay, this is before the Corona thing. He's like, I'm not ready. I'm like, okay, no worries.
I just realized they canceled my favorite marathon. Shit.
What's that?
Sorry, continue. I'll get to that after.
So anyway,
no,
just
the
whittle
yank
your
and crank.
penis down. Yeah. Well, anyway, so then
takes a rare man to cover that social distance.
So I was just going to just like silently just do this marathon on my own,
right?
You know, how I'd plotted it out, I was just going to use basically my front stoop as like my aid station. So every like 5 miles or so, I was going to. Yeah, you can laugh at aid station.
Mm-hmm.
So no,
I was trying not to choke on my goddamn beer.
It's okay. So no, like I was like pre-measuring out like my water with like supplements in it and whatever, you know, like just I thought I was going to do it by myself, and well, Jamie ended up like sending out this like mass message to everyone, and I didn't know about this, and it's funny because like because honestly. Like after my first,
if I drink.
No, we're gonna start at like 9:30, and then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go right now, and so I guess Jake cracked me up because he said that Jamie was like, well, in true Adam form, he started an hour early.
I had a plan. I thought
with
it was
or
all
without
on time.
somebody.
Well, no,
I got a message from Jamie like fucking motherfucker.
Well, no, like I was like running, and I see Jake. He kind of gives me this like sheepish smile, and he's just like kind of
my kids in the back. I go, put your heads down.
No, and he's driving by. I'm like, hey, that was Jake. As I'm like walking, I'm like, or running rather, and I'm like, it's kind of weird to me that he wasn't more like weirded out that he just saw me just running.
I set up right by.
No, what he was actually doing was looking about
field,
10 feet behind you to make sure there wasn't a massive fucking aborigine chasing you.
Just like my back is filled.
They just found out she wasn't a virgin. They can tell. Ace Ventura reference.
Yeah. Oh, I get it.
For some of the people at home.
Hold on. I did actually make it. I made an Ace Ventura reference like 2 days ago because Jamie's brother Patrick, he was running.
No.
And as he was running, he said something.
I can't
they were
see
kind of
my
like running
forehead.
next to me.
Sorry, his name's Patrick.
A little bit of spittle came out and hit his daughter in the face.
No.
and he's like, see, that's why we practice social distancing. And I was like, kind of like Ace Ventura, like, I like you.
Well, let me show my appreciation.
Yeah.
Hey, your balls are showing.
Bumblebee tuna.
Yeah.
Bumblebee tuna.
Yeah. So anyway,
I was going to say, we did actually, now that my memory's been a little refreshed, we did talk about your trip to Africa the last time you were on.
Yeah, man.
Now it's the marathon. Jake is fucking itching to be back in a tattoo parlor. I'm itching to get tattooed.
You're just itching.
I'm just itching, but there's topical cream for that.
I'm itching for better communication from our government about timelines.
Absolutely.
That's like the.
Yeah, we might do it tomorrow.
Honestly, like if it was like 6 weeks from now, that would suck. But if it was like 6 weeks, but
you told us
the vagary they're talking.
Just tell us.
It's just like it's infuriating. It's
exactly.
I did just get news from my work that it looks like we're going to be working from home for the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Right.
At least.
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my boss.
That's how you kill a frog. You don't put it in hot water. You put it in water and you turn the heat on.
My boss.
I use chloroform. I was going to say I just use chloroform and never mind.
Hydrochloroquine.
Frogs. Never mind.
My boss sends us weekly emails and says that we're going to be staying home as long as a stay-home order is in place. So.
Hey, school families! This is your daily email to let you know that your troglodytes have homework.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of
troglodytes having homework,
no, like itching to do something. I've been really itching to do something creative again. Like I tried doing like.
Oh, you tagged me in the art challenge. I got to get on that.
Yeah.
I just I've been doing the house painting stuff.
I've been doing that a bit. I'm actually
painting the walls.
I'm actually planning on challenging Adam, but selfie. All right.
Selfie.
I'm planning on challenging Adam, so I got to get to work on that. But
dude, come at me. I will Photoshop
come at me,
Jake
bro.
I was gonna say all we got to do is get the Buffalo Bill fucking folder of
I still have to get
pictures
Richard
and just put his
back.
face on all of them.
He's probably.
I'm
mad
still
at
waiting
me.
on my brother to get me back. I put his face on Danny DeVito's body. From
Yes,
It's
I
Always
love
Sunny.
that.
That was like my favorite thing because like I took out his neck on purpose.
I honestly want
And
to
I
photo.
can
I want to
kinda
do. I
draw,
want to
so.
hit you and your brother on that one from the cover of Twins.
Kinda.
Absolutely,
Because he's tall. You're tall as shit. He's fucking short as fuck.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Ooh, I just got inspired.
But
so you know how
like,
I want to.
Settle down, Karen.
No, I just got inspired. You know how I want to do.
I want to talk to the
painting?
manager.
I should do that. I should like make canvases of these fucking comedians who challenge me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then send it to him.
That's any
But, like,
comedian
I've been,
that opens its mouth.
I've been itching for like something more because like for the longest time I've been wanting to be a writer. Like that's what I want to do on top of anything.
Are you writing during this?
I am.
Good.
Once, well, like it's for school though.
RID.
But like when I do like, so my English class, we've started doing this like once a week journal thing, and it's gotten me like getting into the writing mode once a week. But it's like it doesn't really even scratch the surface, and it's like once a year I start working on a new novel, and then I just scrap it after a while. I really want to use this time to like work on something, you know?
Have you ever heard of the artist? Not the artist.
Formerly known as
the author Stephen Pressfield.
Yes,
Stephen. I think so.
Yeah, he has Do the Work and The War of Art.
The War of Art.
War of Art.
I read that.
Yeah.
I have that.
Do the Work. They're too loud. They're like I do audiobooks. I can't read.
Oh, same here, dude.
Same.
But they're like 2 hours long a piece. I'll just listen
I'm old
to
school.
him
I read.
occasionally, like what he says about work ethic and just like the manner of running down the muse is priceless. I think.
There was that, and then there's also even Stephen King's On Writing, just like a memoir of the craft. I think that's the title. On Writing, a memoir of the craft. It's really good for like startup writers, and I really want to read that again because I never finished it.
I'm actually reading one that. Pardon me for interjecting.
No,
absolutely. I'm
absolutely.
reading one that actually Adam would probably get into. Matt Best's "Thank You for My Service." It was his time basically from.
I think I heard something about that. Yeah,
from his time as a high schooler to ranger to how he started.
Actually, my instructor when I was in reconnaissance, my instructor he wrote a book. I think he finished it just under a year ago. It's called Warrior's Creed.
Right.
And his name is Roger Sparks.
Okay.
And it's a killer book.
Sorry.
Killer book.
Pun intended?
Inadvertently, I guess. But no, he was a reconnaissance Marine.
Right.
And then he...
so he found the crayons.
Yes, he found the crayons. No, but he was my instructor.
And my apologies to all our Marine listeners out there, or veteran Marines, because you never vet.
But but then after he was an instructor for like reconnaissance Marine, he ended up like getting out and then joining the Air Force and becoming an Alaskan PJ.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which is like the highest accolade.
Yes,
of PJ
it is. Yes, it is.
There is. And so
I actually washed out of the PJs.
So
I think that you would. I could not do PJs.
I think that you would really enjoy his book. It's called again Warrior's Creed by Roger Sparks.
Jump.
So
well, you have no lungs left either because they teach you to drown first. Now imagine doing that in Alaskan waters.
In ice cold water.
Yeah. I took the polar bear challenge in Thule Air Base, Greenland. I could only imagine fucking drowning in that.
Anyway, I can convince
eating a seal.
Yeah.
Can I convince him to do that?
Go
You
to
think so?
Thule Air Base, Greenland, followed by Izmir, Turkey. Best assignment piggyback ever.
I'll tell him to sign up for that.
I haven't done anything like that, but Adam and I, we did like it was 2 Tough Mudders.
Yes,
and,
yes.
The ice challenge.
I wanted to do the Tough Mudder. I had signed up for it.
If anybody wants me to do a Tough Mudder with them, I will do it.
Let's do it as a group.
The only stipulation is you have to wear a Speedo.
Yeah.
I'm a woman, so I'll wear.
I have to shave first because
you have to do it. Like you gotta try it. Like there's
Tough Mudder.
Yeah, I did it.
I've done a lot of Tough Mudders.
I shouldn't have done it.
Everyone has been in the Speedo.
I guess
I did it even Speedos.
I was gonna say, can I change the Speedos to a Silkies?
No,
please.
I need a Tough Mudder explained to me.
Speedo,
give me the quick and dirty on the Tough Mudder.
I guess the equivalent of
it's not quick, but it is
for
dirty.
a woman is like a thong
it's like a
bikini.
13-mile race with like
obstacle
course
running through mud.
Okay,
I know what you're talking about.
But so we did it in Speedos, and I just remember like there was a moment where I had to change into my Speedo, and like normally the people that do these things are relatively fit, so I'm in the low end of the spectrum here.
So you and I would be in the same place for
I'm in the
dad
same.
bod.
Oh, you guys would do better than me.
I'm in the
But
same.
I can see the veins in your forearms. You've been masturbating a lot, or not at all.
There was a moment
how
where
do you think I knew what ghost loads were?
quarantine.
Call back.
But there was a moment where like I had to like you go in the tent, you put your bag there, and I changed in the Speedo. And there was a moment where I wasn't part of my Speedo group. I was just a man in a Speedo. And sometimes you do something so socially awkward, it like breaks you for the next couple years. You're not able to feel awkward.
You too have felt the watching of men in tights. Got it.
Well, I remember there was one point where it was you run up to it and it's like 200-yard bear crawl. I just remember turning to the girls behind me and be like, "Sorry, ladies, you should have been faster." I look like Bigfoot wearing a Speedo without hair.
They were behind you because they were checking out that junk in the trunk.
Come on, gross.
It's all just and the
junk.
Wookiee and the cookie.
Listen, I got a good look at myself growing up, and I thought I got to get good at a few things.
Setups is one of them.
No, he's like, I need to start drawing.
My talents need to be less visible.
Man, I need a personality.
Something I did want to bring up to Adam, seeing that we used to pass each other by commonly in the gym. Since they closed it down, how are you getting by outside of the marathoning?
Chasing old women with masks
and chloroform.
No, I've been
chasing my girlfriend around the house, saying, "Honey, does this smell like chloroform to you?"
Yeah.
No, you gotta look at the goat. It's good luck.
I got good luck then. I did it out of respect.
So our buddy Rodney, he does like an app, as far as where you basically fill out like what you have at your house.
Yeah, he'll hook you up.
Yeah. Well, no, so I do jujitsu at New Element here in town.
Okay.
And then I go to the Janesville Athletic Center.
Yes.
And so that's where I'd see you.
Mm-hmm.
And so I never bought home workout equipment because I didn't think I needed it because I had 2 gym memberships.
And now I see the benefit of kettlebells.
And now I have 0 gym memberships.
Right.
But so Rodney, he has an app called Trainerize.
Okay.
And I'm gonna spell it for you.
Downloading now.
Yeah, right. Yep. No, it's hold on 1 second. It's Trainerize.
Mm-hmm.
But what you do is you load in like what you have available. Mm-hmm. I mean, even if you have like
and now that you've heard that, in a week when you're looking in the mirror, it's your fault.
It's your fault. Yeah. We've given you the information how to bad habit responsibly. It's your fault.
Bitch.
Yeah, you can fix this.
Remember, looking in the mirror, you can say 2 things. I am the shit, or I am a fucking fat piece of shit.
Or I am shit.
Yes.
No, so
or
anyway, but
who
it's
the
all
fuck put this mirror back up?
No, so anyway,
preferably the latter.
I have no weights at my house. And so basically it's all...
You can borrow my toddlers. They love being...
right.
They love being pressed. Bench pressed.
No, like it's a lot of like like do blank until failure. You know, do push until dips until failure.
Oh, I fucking loved failure training. I'm sorry, nothing is more humbling than failure training.
What if you can't?
Okay.
Oh.
Squat.
So
that's why I want the kettlebell, so I can do the fucking kettlebell squeeze.
So that's what I've been doing.
Right. I've been trying to stick to the 3 10s, 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 10 squats.
Yeah.
Just to keep limber.
Yeah.
I do them when I'm at work, surprisingly.
Try to go to failure.
At work, no. I will do that at home.
10 failure.
10? No. Toddlers are failure.
I like to be depressed and make excuses.
Because I will move occasionally. The kids. I will move the fucking footstool out of the way and bench press the kids. I've been doing this.
Push-ups because I
was going to say I've been doing
push-up.
There you go. Well, exercise.
Well, listen, I found
it's like mowing the lawn is mowing the lawn.
The best thing to do, personally,
things Mandy doesn't do.
First thing in the morning when you wake up, grab that blanket and roll to your left. Nestle yourself into like a burrito fashion. Curl your right leg up high. Stuff that wife's pillow that got up because he's motivated up under that leg.
Okay.
Reach that left foot down.
You just bought
deep.
yourself 2 hours.
Yeah. And you slip back into whatever you just got out of. You go back in there and you finish that dream.
Yeah.
God damn! Can I get that? Like,
I'm sorry.
I want a soundbite of that.
Yeah, I want that embroidered on the pillow.
I was gonna say now we got. You know how we got Jocko Willnick's morning motivational. Now we got Jake Busey's morning demotivation.
Listen, buddy, you're in quarantine, and this might never happen again.
Good.
You're supposed to be here.
Yes.
Not only
you single-handedly justified this morning's actions.
You may never not get this. You may never not.
Yeah.
You may never get this moment again.
Minus
Good.
the girlfriend's morning motivations because you're sleeping so fucking long.
Like, seriously.
Oh, no, hold on. Has she put her butt up against you and fucking lifted a cheek and farted yet?
It's like a hot breath on your thigh.
No, and that's why I don't think she really loves me.
Okay, so it's not official yet. She hasn't farted on you in your
I've
sleep.
farted on her many a time.
Everybody fart.
I know.
Some more than
I
others.
just don't fart on people because I'm not rude.
Maybe your aim's
Okay.
bad.
I
One
was
of
gonna
those
say by
statements was
accident and by on
untrue.
purpose.
I mean, I might
I
have
never
farted
asked
on
for
him
it.
during
I will literally
sleep.
throw shit at all of you.
Yeah. Mostly because it's fun.
Somehow, I am not surprised those words uttered out of your mouth, and I'm less surprised that if it does happen.
Like a manic chimpanzee.
This is one of the moments I'm happy the Bad Habits Network barbecue got canceled.
I burp at you all the time, though.
Like, and
It's not the same.
if you need more motivation to what I just said, if you're not totally on board with this idea, just remember, you're keeping people safe.
Yes.
You're a fucking hero.
Yes.
You don't get to normally
Essential
do that.
or not, essential or not, doing nothing is actually saving lives.
Yeah, I'd go as far as to say the best
Around.
And it comes from
gonna get me down.
Oh, God.
Listen, when this is all said and
That
done,
was a great harmonization.
Oh, my God.
That was glorious.
when
was
this
the
is said
first.
and done, you're going to get thanked for your service.
because it
Like I
comes
said,
from, it comes from the heart,
Finally!
And remember,
your heart is in your butt.
and remember, somebody essential is fucking envious of your ass right now.
I just want
Just
to
remember
work.
that. I wish I could fucking not work
I want to work.
and keep my salary. Wait,
I want to work.
too
Want to
late.
make $14 the hard way?
But I have a problem. I love my job, so that's the problem.
Well, you could also go to the corner and make $40.10.
I don't want to do that.
What, you tired of getting paid 10 cents a pop?
No.
I actually,
Wow. Okay, drink up.
during
This
Adam's
message brought to you by Drunk Bandy.
during Adam's marathon, there was a cop that circled a bunch of times. We had a few people say, like, "Is this a lemonade stand?" Yeah, we're really sticking it to the man. With
Yeah.
the social
What's this
distancing
guy
thing.
doing hanging around the
hold
high
on.
school with
I
two
did actually
Powerade
have,
bottles?
I had an old lady who was out gardening in her backyard yell because I had like two buddies that just sat there and rode their bikes next to me.
Good on them.
Oh, potty time.
Oh, they
So-
gave you the Mike Tyson's punch out.
Yeah. Oh my God! Thank you for, dude. I made that. Not only did I make that reference, but I was also like, dun, 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 dun.
All right.
Dun, dun, dun,
King
dun,
Hippo's
dun.
around the next corner.
Hold on. Can I float another conspiracy theory by you?
If it involves King Hippo, yes.
This one bothers me. All right. So, Punch Out.
Yes, sir.
Punch Out for Nintendo.
Adam.
No, it's fine. Keep it going in the background. Do like an acapella.
I was going to say, Henry, get your soundboard out.
Punch Out, made in 1987.
Yes.
With the New York skyline backdrop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why did they have Mike
Does
Tyson's
not
wife as one of the
Have
characters?
the
you
Twin
can punch?
Towers.
Reason. The programmers could not get the Twin Towers in the loop consecutively and consistently. That's why they took it out.
It's two fucking rectangles.
Bullshit.
They didn't get the
Essentially,
Chrysler
yes.
building in there.
Yeah.
They get the fucking Statue of Liberty. You can't get two rectangles.
I was going to say, you're talking to another video game nerd of all people.
Tetris got rectangles in there.
Tetris, also another Russian conspiracy.
Yeah, for real.
It's
Actually-
a Russian game.
Actually, the inventor of that didn't get anything.
Yeah. No.
It all went to the
the
government.
Russian government.
$500
got it all.
million.
Just like
estimate.
Adam and my favorite inventor, Carl Gustav. The guy
I
who
don't look
invented
into
the law missile
conspiracy.
rocket launcher.
Oh.
I love Carl Gustav.
This isn't really an invention, I guess, but Mendeleev,
Okay.
the
Okay.
guy
Yes.
that invented
Yes.
the periodic table,
You say Mendel?
died.
No, that's Nelson Mandela.
died in the World War I trench,
Yep.
age 21.
Yes. True
I think
story.
that's considered the greatest loss to science in the century.
I honestly thought it was when Albert Einstein came up with the theory of relativity, but okay.
No, it's when Albert Einstein designed the shower heads at Auschwitz.
Who invented the fleshlight?
I did not see that coming.
Oh my God. And frankly, I don't appreciate any of you guys.
Hey, you know what? Gold star for that one, sir.
See, I bet Anne Frank would just rock this corner. She'd be fine with it.
So would my friend Kyle. Anyone see him? See Kyle? Anyone? He's about this tall.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God.
Look out, drywall.
Yeah, there you go. Flowers for Algernon in the attic.
Man, that is. I have not
See,
I make a lot of obscure references.
Seriously. No, Flowers for Algernon. It's such a great. It's basically Lawnmower Man, isn't it?
It's Lawnmower Man in the 70s.
Oh, it's like it's like Futurama. It's like the helmet for the monkey.
Yes, which was based off Lawnmower Man, which was also based off Flowers for Algernon. Yeah. Except
I like to think that those were based off Futurama, but you know,
Mandela effect.
Sure. Well, Fry took the time machine that only goes forward around.
Even though Fry's future self met his past self in the future.
What's that? All right.
Okay.
What are we doing about COVID? Is there any more information we need to get out?
You're making free masks.
Yeah.
Send postage.
Oh, actually, my wife started making masks now. I got the clips we're making. And well, the whole thing about the whole clips is it's not so much to prevent you from getting anything.
Right.
So that's what needs to change in our culture to get the businesses back open. Is we need to not make it weird to see someone in a mask. So that's kind of why
I will donate to that cause.
I'm trying to get it out there for free, just to get people to fucking start wearing them. Because if everybody gets on board with this, we can start making steps back towards normal.
We can get back to go.
Yeah.
And I'll donate to that cause too, folks. If somebody wants to donate to that cause, where can they find it?
Well, I would just
Doodlemash.com?
No, I would look me up on on Facebook. Just message me. Just look Jake Bussy and
BUSSIE.
Yep.
Okay.
I have Venmo and Cash App and Facebook Pay. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'll throw $1 and honestly, if you can't afford a fucking $1, I'll still send you a clip.
Right.
Because I'll send you a mask too if we can make it, because I want you wearing it so that everybody can see we're on board for this shit and we can just fucking go back to doing what we did.
As long as it's
that
badass.
was being outside.
As long as it's badass, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And I'll put towards it, man.
Yeah.
Outside of that, doodlemashthegame.com.
Oh yeah. Doodlemash.com. Actually, doodlemash.co.co. Otherwise, doodlemashgame.com will still take you there. And we are on Amazon now. And you can order from there. And it is a great game to really break up the monotony for any age group, for any size family. It's a blast. And what?
Yes, it is.
I'm sorry. Rose
I'm
is
trying to promote
Monopoly.
I'm trying to get this fucking guy to fucking get some money here during the crisis of COVID.
Well, I mean, it's one of those I think what's helped me through this is doing those clips a little bit, helping people or trying to help or trying to be part of the solution keeps away all that. Just frustration,
right?
Of just if I feel like I'm actually helping a couple people out there get through this too, that makes it easier for me. So actually, it's a selfish pursuit.
All right,
to try to get through this, and I encourage anyone else that's feeling like this is fucking bullshit and dumb. The only thing that's helped me is to kind of try to get on board with it and help it, because otherwise I just get consumed by those thoughts and I just start sitting at home hating everything.
Well, I'm here it goes. I'm waiting, Jake's gonna get back on it again. He's gonna start
ranting.
No, I feel it. I feel my heart's like, let's do it.
It's happening.
So is Alkali-Tattoo doing anything like live feeds or anything like that, addressing the populace, stuff like that?
Well, we're communicating with customers, and the thing is, it's
we've been communicating with customers, but we've also donated, and I feel I don't know if this is
a shameless plug.
Yeah, is this
welcome to Bad Habits Network?
No,
actually, shameless plug.
I don't know if this is lame to sit there and pat ourselves on the back.
No, pat away, because you guys are fucking doing to the cause.
And a lot of that was Jake and Joel both collectively.
We're not using it, and my sister's a nurse. Our friends are paramedics and stuff like that. They need that shit more than we fucking do. Those people that are hoarding masks at home and they're just not giving it away. Come on. Just go. You're not on the front lines. You're not dealing with people that are fucking breathing this shit. And there seems to be some science behind the more of it you're exposed to, the more it actually affects you. So they need it. We don't. We're staying at home. So Alkali, we gave away as much of the stuff as we had.
As much medical. The problem is that a lot of our all of our gloves are latex.
Yeah, we try to give them latex and they can't because it's respiratory issues and allergies,
anaphylactic issues. But a lot of hand sanitizer, a lot of other things. Yeah,
and we've seen a lot of tattooers have done that too, and it's a great thing, and I think it just kind of helps foster the idea of community getting through all this.
Well, I think it is good that companies like you guys who aren't able to use these things that are very much needed in a time like now.
Yeah.
And I'm working for a company who supplies to the people who are supposed to have this shit. they're on the front lines, and unfortunately, like, I don't have it right now. I have to tell people no so often. So I think that it's amazing hearing about, people like yourselves who are, donating these things to the people who really need it.
Well, and with that 3D printer, I'm okay. That 3D printer, like, I happen to have that, and I'm like, oh, this actually has like a use that can help, because I was printing face shields for a while, and it was like I had to break the face shield in 3 parts, basically assemble it, and then I got 8 mil plastic, and I cut it out of a template to fit on that face shield, and I was making those as much as possible. But then I think it was Print in town. I think I was reading they had a 5-man team.
Correct.
Yep, and they're like, we're going to try to produce 10,000 masks in 5 days, and they actually got it done in 2 days because they were laser cutting these things. So I'm like, okay, awesome. Print's got these face shields covered at a magnitude that I, couldn't touch.
Only because I was going to say they have eight printers per one person. You got one printer per family.
So that was then I switched
but
to
like
like
a home version.
But you were doing what you could. I mean, it's nothing.
So Jake has like basically a bunch of Keebler elves.
Yeah, I got them. Never mind. I had them,
but they don't work at night.
I think it's amazing that you were doing
yes.
that. I think it's amazing.
No, it's like it's in a weird way, it is a selfish thing because it gives me something for my brain to not be angry about. Because if I'm helping with stuff, then I can't sit there and be angry about it. Right. That's just the way my stupid head works.
It's like voting. You vote, you can be angry about it. You don't vote, you can't be angry about it.
That's a good way of putting it. It's like I'm trying to interact from the distance I'm supposed to stay at.
Exactly.
Because otherwise...
6-foot pole.
I mean, I am absolutely decimating some people in that Warzone Call of Duty game every night. So
there you go.
But,
I switched it up. I went to Dauntless.
To what?
Dauntless. It's a free-to-play game.
Oh, yeah.
And it's cross-platform compatible. You can play with Xbox Series, PC,
So it's
PS4.
the COD, that Warfare one.
Huh.
I gotta find a new multiplayer game. What
Dauntless or Warfare?
PlayStation.
Oh shit!
I mean, it's cross-platform.
It's cross-platform. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can play Dauntless on the Switch. That's how I play with my son.
It's 120
best
gig download,
cross-platform
though.
thing is Pornhub.
Yeah,
Like, I don't
another
understand-
cross-play. You can get Pornhub on the Switch.
I will say
No,
this.
you can't.
I will say this.
I searched.
You've tried?
I
There's
tried.
only so much you can.
You could get it on the Wii.
Just trying to switch it, you know.
You could get it on the Wii.
Again, going back to Ghost Loads.
I can't like. There's only so much you can flick the bean. Guys.
It's a cinnamon
Only so much.
She's flicked the bean so much it looks like a thumb.
I told you it's a cinnamon
I've been there.
challenge.
Only so much. Just like,
And she flicked the bean so much she's got hummus.
I thought that was just a yeast infection.
Hey, honestly, here's the thing, Mandy. Hummus where the heart is.
when you start making whipped cream with your pussy, you get something
Get
wrong.
the fuck out of here. I'm done.
She tried out for the cheerleader squad. We had to get the jaws of life to get her unstuck from the floor.
I'm trying to make it funny. I
Like, when's the last time you've seen someone spike their headphones on the ground?
2 episodes ago.
like those 5 guys in that movie Inside Out were like, yeah, fuck it. Let anger take
We're
care
all
of it.
anger right now.
Oh shit! She's giving us that look again. Fuck!
That's not a cool whip? I don't know.
You guys are assholes. I have to deal with this shit on the car ride home.
They play pie in the face.
Cream pie in the face this time.
Eat it.
That game,
Enough.
yeah,
Both of you.
and just
Wow,
like
we
real
went into
life,
overtime and this is what it's like.
that game's fun
Welcome
until you got
to
to clean
Midnight
up.
Sushi.
You know?
It's all fun and games until somebody gets gonorrhea syphilis of the eye.
I have to say this. Speaking of that game, did you see that one video where it's somebody playing with their cat? And he's sitting there patting on the cat's stupid ass face and sitting there in the hole. And the guy just like patting on the thing and just like bashes the cat in the face.
God.
Pie in the face.
I didn't fucking understand that. I want to be in your head right now so that I can understand it.
I've seen it. I'm going to show it to my daughter tomorrow
It's so
morning,
good.
actually.
Like,
The cat's face is like,
cat's
I'm going
just
to
like-
murder you
cat's like,
one
okay,
way or another.
Well, what's this all about? Womp.
Can we find this video right now?
Yeah.
Can we?
Yeah, well,
Can we stream
let's kill the show right now, guys.
I thought you were gonna that was gonna like segue to a picture of that. Chick
If you
from
like what
Tiger
you're
King that's
hearing-
missing the arm.
if you like what you're hearing, get a fucking tattoo of Tap Out on your bicep.
Oh my God!
Via alkali-tattoo, they'll probably give you some kind of.
No.
When all this is said and done, if you do that, they're going to probably look at you and go, "Get out of my store."
I'll tap you out. In all honesty, I will.
He will sack tap you out.
I will triangle the shit out of you.
Rear naked choke time, bitch.
Everything's rear naked if you believe in yourself.
I will social distance the fuck away from you.
Yeah.
Like that guy's teeth.
I will close the social distance.
So, Dalton, we can find you via the Betty White Wellness Watch, a show within a show.
Yeah, Betty White Wellness Watch. Welcome to the show within a show where we take a break from all the goofs and laughs and check in on the well-being of America's golden girl. She's fine, guys.
I want to be there when she's dead.
Everybody wants to be there when she's dead so that I have to deal with it.
I want to be like, oh!
I love Dalton's.
Your guys'
We
Betty
need
White.
to have a farewell Betty party when that happens.
Just wait till Chuck Norris dies. Just wait till Chuck Norris dies.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. You want to see tears? You want to see tears shed? Wait till Chuck Norris passes away.
I don't give a shit about Chuck Norris.
I do. That is a security forces icon.
Which actor would I cry
An
for?
Air Force icon. Sorry, I forgot you have a bitter hatred towards security forces now.
What is it? Is it Lone Wolf? What's the?
Yeah, the Lone Wolf in Expendables.
No, no.
Walker, Texas Ranger?
Eagle Heart.
Okay.
Conan the Barbarian.
We're shit in the bed here.
Yeah, we are.
There's the Chuck Norris movie. I think
Top Gun?
What the fuck? Top Gun?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
All right, we're done. Anyway,
Jack
back
Reacher?
to Jake.
I'm trying to think of it. I can't.
Is it
Hold on, let me
I'm
Google
pretty sure
IMDb
it's
of
like
this.
Lone Wolf McQuaid or something.
Yeah, it's the Mummy remake.
Yes.
IMDb. We're in overtime, folks. Enjoy the extra fucking minutes here.
Don't enjoy it.
Chuck fucking Norris.
Risky business.
Any excuse to see a dude slide it through his undies and a fucking pair of sunglasses.
You can just see Jake do
Can
that.
you stop naming
you
Tom
can just see-
Cruise movies?
You can just see Adam do that. Do it.
Scientology.
I think it's the one.
You like risky business? I'll go for fucking.
War of the Worlds.
It's the one where he's wearing a leather jacket, right?
Oh Jesus Christ! Walker, Texas Ranger. Way of the Fist, Way of the Dragon.
Oh my God.
Hawaii 5-0, The Goldbergs, Expendables 2, The Cutter,
Jerry Maguire.
Dodgeball.
Fuck off, Dalton. Get out of my house.
Sidekicks.
Okay, seriously, it's Lone Wolf McQuaid. Why are you
Yes.
guys sitting there acting like I'm an idiot?
I don't know any Chuck
No,
Norris
I'm pretty sure that
movies.
you're talking about.
It was came out in 1983. You don't remember that? When you
I
were
wasn't
twinkle-
born.
When you were a twinkle in your mother's uterus?
I wasn't nearly born.
No,
When you
you're
were
talking
twinkling
about
your
Tropic
father's
Thunder.
ball sack?
1990.
So I was going for like I don't know, an eye for an
Lone-
eye. Force
Lone Wolf
JJ
McQuaid.
McQuaid. Yeah, JJ McQuaid. He played.
Mr.
Mission
40,
Impossible?
I'm almost 30. There's a 10-year difference
I'll
here.
fight you in real life.
Fight me.
I'm trying to think of another Tom Cruise movie now.
Cocktail.
Cocktails, dude. Come on.
DuckTales. Woo!
Okay, Edge of Tomorrow, man. I heard they're
You're
making
thinking of Live, Die,
was in
Repeat.
For real.
They
like,
changed it. But I heard,
Dude.
I heard they're making a prequel.
Yes, yes.
For
true.
those of you
about
that-
her.
What's her name?
For
About
those
her,
of you
yes.
that can't see right now, Dalton is literally jumping on top of his couch, holding Oprah's hands,
Breaking
talking
her
about
hands
Scientology.
I love her. I love her.
I love her.
She's the greatest thing ever. Kay, get out of here, Kay.
I love Betty White, okay? I said it.
Hey, Dalton. Mission Impossible.
Dalton,
I said
Minority
Mission Impossible.
Report.
Mission Impossible 2.
Minority Report.
Dalton, I want a real answer.
War of the Worlds.
I want a real answer.
I
Not-
already
not-
said
not
that.
a
Oh, it's
joke
getting
answer.
tense.
I want a real
It's getting
answer.
tense.
Jack Reacher.
How much
Collateral.
money? How much
Vanilla
money would
Sky.
it,
Ooh,
Vanilla
good
Sky?
one. That's a
Good
great
one.
How much money would it take for you to lick Betty White's butthole, naked butthole, with your naked
Free.
He doesn't even lick my butthole.
What?
Like you would. You
That's
would
like one of
pay
your
me?
favorite
Yeah,
things.
Legend. That's a good
tongue? I
one,
want a
too.
real answer.
You would pay me to do that?
I
I want a
know.
real answer.
Well, I mean, like just for the
You
fucking.
would do it for free?
So would you boof her
okay,
vagina
for the
fluid?
novelty
I want a real
and
answer
for the
after
accolade,
that,
dude.
You can't
That's
tell-
even more fucking mentionable than running a one-man
you can't
fucking
t-
marathon.
You can't tell anyone.
Oh, that's hell.
Ooh.
That's a personal hell.
Ooh.
You can't tell anyone but you licked Betty White's butthole.
But
You can't tell anybody?
You
Can't tell anyone that you tongue
what
punched.
if
Her fart box.
What's the point of
All right,
that?
hold on. Dalton's brain. Dalton's brain is talking.
We're gonna be here for an hour.
Analingus.
What if I did? What if it was like a game of catchphrase where I couldn't tell people,
Nope.
but I could make them guess.
You had to die with
No,
the
no,
secret.
you can't. You can't
You
hang
had
out
to
with
die
me.
with the
Hold
secret.
on.
You can't hang out with me anymore.
Hold on. Time out. Make me guess. What clues are you going to use for I'm going to connect those dots?
Yeah, where can we? How do you get from
My
I didn't do
t-shirt.
it?
How would you make us guess that you tongue punched
Okay.
Betty White's turd
All right.
cutter?
He would have it on a shirt.
I want to hear it.
It would be like his T-shirt and then him doing this.
The trombone
I
tie.
would just point at my T-shirt. I
He's
mean,
like, let's
donate
just
to
say,
Patreon, guys, so that you can start
I hung
seeing
out with
us.
a shitty Brown, not Betty White.
No. I not what was her name in Golden Girls?
Not Blanche.
Not Blanche, but not Sophie, not
Honestly,
Rose.
At this
Rose.
point, it
Yes,
would be Betty
I
White.
tongue punch farted Rose's fart box.
No, I don't think that
I
counts.
licked her shitter like an apple fritter, guys.
No, seriously.
This one time in St. Olaf.
All right,
wanna
okay,
know.
all right.
I
Hold
want a
on,
re-
Adam.
I want
Hold
a
on,
real
Adam.
answer.
I'll fucking no.
I want a real answer, and you have to die with the secret, and you can never tell anyone.
What's stopping me from telling everyone?
Your honor?
He has
Look
none.
at me.
Look at his tits.
Have you
he has
seen
none.
on Facebook? I run a fucking Facebook and Instagram page all about giving updates on Betty White.
I just want to
And
know
her well-being.
what amount of money would get you to lick her naked geriatric asshole and not be
I'm
able
just
to
telling
brag
you,
about
like,
it.
All right, hold on.
Okay,
How many licks?
an
How
NDA,
many
you
licks
gotta
does it
sign
take
it-
to get to the Tootsie Roll center of her
Three.
Tootsie Pop?
1, 2.
How many dollars does it take you get to not to talk about it?
To not talk.
Yes,
Okay.
that's the stipulation.
Oh my fucking god!
Well, how
that is-
much would
Boom.
it take you to not?
Roasted.
What would take you
Rip it,
not
lock
to
it, put it
fucking?
in your
Or what would take
pocket.
you to
Yeah, what
sign
amount?
an NDA?
Yep.
Non-disclosure agreement.
Ass.
Yeah. Ass eating
Honestly,
agreement. It would be an
Non-disclosure ass.
Honestly-
AEA.
$20.
Honestly, being 25, I'd say just like 30K. Fucking just
Wow,
enough,
I'd go-
just enough
I
to
would
not
go
make me have to work a
pesos?
year.
No, man.
Pesos or yen or dollars?
I would go
Dollars,
for the
of course.
401k, dude.
A 401k, not 30k.
No, I would go for like a like fucking give me a better 401, double my 401k. 401k
I mean, like, yeah, no,
now.
I would demand enough
triple
to
it.
where I could retire at my
Mine
my
has
current
to.
age.
Wait.
Here's the thing.
Wait.
This is the difference between me and you.
But like,
I would do it for fun.
and not tell anyone.
well, like that's what I've been trying to say.
That's where I'm like,
Fucking lick her butthole just for
and not tell anyone. And not tell anyone.
Because I know deep down, every time I watch Golden Girls,
There's
I
that. There's
let
that.
her-
On
taste-
Hulu,
I was gonna
everybody.
say.
On Hulu.
But I mean, like, could you just
Thank
imagine
you
my
for
do a
being
fake
a
plug?
friend. And Adam's just sitting there with literally a shit-eating grin on his face.
oh, so shitty.
Remembering the taste of rusty pennies.
Honestly,
You,
do you know what?
me,
Do you know
like
what?
I cannot keep a secret. So like, you would just be sitting there, you would see me, and I'm just.
Do you know what Betty White's pussy tastes like?
I got
I
a
do.
fucking secret
Depends.
to tell. I couldn't keep the secret. I would have to give whatever money back because I wouldn't be able to keep the secret.
so that's where I'm struggling with this. Like the money is swinging both ways.
Much like our motivation.
So you want
He wants
tell
to do
people.
this and tell people.
No, you want to tell people.
but
Yeah,
he
sure.
could get paid to be
All right.
shut up.
For sure.
So the
Oh wait.
So the question is,
hold on.
You have to.
Hold on. You either take the money or die.
Die happy.
Yeah, I mean,
Anyone's butthole.
Why
First
not?
of all,
like what?
Have you had
have
it
you
happen?
never been drunk?
What other direction is my life going? Like that could be my legacy.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Is
you
that
get to
rock
tell your
bottom?
grandchildren.
Well, no,
Have
Betty,
you ever
Betty
gotten
White gets
your
to tell
butthole
our
licked,
grandchildren.
Yes, there you go.
It's amazing.
Have you ever
should
gotten a
try it.
90-year-old woman pregnant?
Would you please lick your wife's asshole?
89.
Please to lick
on.
your wife's asshole.
I've tried.
Have we talked? About,
Try. You just do it. What are you talking about? Try. You don't go like, excuse me.
Pardon me. Do you have any aspartame?
I'm sorry. Like,
Oh, I was assuming that
not?
you were,
There's
no try.
Adam, I was assuming that in this scenario you were just like a representative of Betty White. Like, hey, I know that you have this Facebook page and it's gaining a little bit of ground. Do you
Okay.
want to lick her
I
butthole?
don't-
little bit.
I don't have a clipboard, so I'm not that official.
Or a flowchart.
But can we? I don't want to go off the fact that like
if I couldn't tell you about it,
Hammer-
here's the amount that I would pay would be fucking nothing because I wouldn't do it.
What would it take you to get paid and not say?
Just wait, but I want
all of a sudden, this
that's what it like. The money doesn't make sense.
No bullshit. You're gonna tell me that you would not.
The guy who's out of work right
you're
now.
You're gonna sit there. The guy out of work.
If Betty White herself gave you $1 million,
but you're saying how much would you pay? You're talking
no.
about
How much?
paid?
No.
How much
would I take?
How much would you take in payment to sign a non-disclosure agreement?
All you have to do is just touch just the tip of your little.
Talking to the microphone, Adam. Talking to the microphone.
1-2 chomp, motherfucker.
You have to do at least 3 rims.
I want you to put your pink little tongue.
3 rims and one directly in the center of that chocolate.
Rusty balloon knot.
And this is
spread that cheek wide open and just go.
I want you to motorboat her balloon knot.
I understand what you. Okay, but I'm saying like
Mandy,
and people don't know
about this. If anyone knows anything about ass play, it's you. And we get
Fuck
it.
Yeah,
We're trying to go, this is for the novices. Okay, this isn't for like was a butt plug lost in my.
He listened to that episode.
No, he's
watched it.
We were part of that episode.
I watched it in his house.
That was like in the beginning.
Front row seats.
Dude,
she was my first episode.
I did a bit about it at his house.
Yeah, she was at the chirp
with this shit.
She was at the chirp. And she was yapping about how she lost a fucking butt plug
up our ass.
No, she wasn't just talking about it.
Transcending colon.
She was kind of bragging about it, dare we say.
She was totally bragging about it.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure her body is still digesting the rubber.
It's metal. I use quality sex toys.
You used a metal butt plug.
So a squiggle wiggle rider.
Yeah, it's shiny.
2000.
Can I ask you this? Why, instead of like worrying about it, because you would, why wouldn't you just get a fucking neodymium rare earth metal fucking magnet and just like sloop that thing out of
I didn't think about that at the time. I was too busy panicking.
She wanted to see if she could sneeze and kill the cat.
I don't have cats.
For that reason.
My
I
God.
don't have cats. I do have a chihuahua.
Not for long. COVID.
Piece of shit. I'm about to kill him.
Maybe Mandy will give an honest answer.
Yeah, maybe.
How much money would it take for you to just touch the tip of your tongue to Betty White's geriatric butthole for like 3 seconds? You can count. We'll count for you. We'll be like,
I would,
1, 2,
like
3,
Dalton.
go.
Like Dalton, I would toss that salad for the story.
Okay,
you would toss his salad.
No, not.
Right,
I said Betty White.
Adam,
Betty
I would
White.
count that like a referee at WrestleMania. 1,
2, and then you'd hold it. And then you'd wait for like the guy
he
to
would
like
pray.
react.
He would pray. Her shoulder would come up.
Shoulder raises up back.
Oh my God!
Goodness gracious!
Yeah.
I mean, I would just do it. I don't give a shit.
All right, so
You would just.
Let's ask her this question in the morning when she's sober.
Yeah.
Fuck
Seriously. So
I
you
don't
just lick any butthole. You
no,
don't care.
not any butthole. I haven't licked a man's asshole ever.
Would you lick a butt?
Would you lick?
Because they're hairy.
Dalton's?
Or
Would
a
you
whole
lick
butt?
Dalton's butthole?
If he waxed his asshole, then yes.
Okay, what amount
You're
of
gonna
money
have
would
to do it
take
for me.
you?
Next episode of Bad Habits Network, sponsored by Nads Waxing Set.
No, hold on.
I'll wax your
When I
asshole
lick
to
a
make Mandy
woman's
look-
asshole, after
Yeah, some things are worth doing.
Okay, I'm so excited right now. What amount
I
of
can
money?
tell your nipples are cut in glass.
Dude, for real. Listen, what amount of money would take for you to lick Dalton's balloon knot?
On a hot
In, like-
August day
in, like-
after a marathon.
No, hold on.
Non-shaved, non-waxed.
No, I'm talking like in like 13 minutes.
Oh,
And he doesn't have time
give
to
her one
wipe.
more. Give her one more fucking martini.
You have enough time to shotgun a beer and be done with it.
and then tongue punch his fart
His
box.
asshole, like right now?
Hold on.
No.
Not in
Tonight.
studio. No, not in studio.
Mandy's
please.
about to play the
Yes, you
game
have to
of
you have to do a lot
unreasonable
of
numbers.
All
on the
right, fuck
table.
it.
Hold on.
Put the kids to bed.
Plot twist, you get to pour hot sauce in it.
Ooh, anal lubricant.
Hot sauce already coming out of it. too.
And you get to pick the hot sauce. You've got 4 to pick from.
I would go with the smoky mesquite.
I would
Hold on a minute. You're asking for a triangle
gonna say,
chokehold
did we just
for
get
me
burning
right now.
embers.
Somebody just got Bartholomew out of here. I would go with the smoky
I mean, I don't want to hurt him.
You know what?
either.
I
There
would
has
go
never
with
been-
slow death.
There has never,
Only
right.
because of the name.
Adam, there's
fuck
never been
that.
a
Fast
recorded
death,
case
please.
of butt cheeks sawing off a human tongue, but it's about to happen. Because I'm going to clench that shit.
Hold on.
I mean, I don't want to hurt him. him. I'm not.
You're sitting there.
What do you know? I heard him. You're dating him.
I'm not a saint.
Mandy, you're sitting there fucking brushing your shoulders off like it's no bigs. Like, oh, look, any butthole. I don't fucking care.
Not any butthole.
Except for my boyfriend.
Except for man ass. I won't touch man ass.
Dude,
like,
you
give
can
me
literally...
a nice, juicy woman's ass. I would
juicy!
that shit apart.
Dude, juicy would be the thing stopping me from doing it. What are you talking about?
All right. No.
Hold on.
Thick.
I'm so angry with you right now.
Not juicy the way you're
I agree
thinking.
with Adam. Hey, let's say you get a Tootsie Pop, you unwrap it, and it's juicy.
Dude,
No, we're not. Okay, I'm starting to dry
piece
heave.
of Bazooka Joe,
Dude,
that's chewed.
that thing goes to
You guys took it the opposite direction.
If I
was talking like J-Lo ass, not like diarrhea ass.
If I unwrap a Tootsie Roll and it's juicy, it goes to the ants on the sidewalk. It's not mine anymore.
I'm still aiming for Shakira.
Or how about, like, you get a Starburst and you open it and the wrapper's just stuck there. You're like, fuck that. You know what? That's a juicy Starburst.
It looks like a Laffy Taffy left out in the sun.
We're getting closer and closer to describing my butthole, guys. Just keep going.
I was gonna say it looks like a brown Laffy Taffy's left out in a hot August sun.
Is there a
What's your
brown
butthole
Laffy
made by
Taffy?
Wes
No,
Anderson's
but there will be.
Bing?
I've seen the damage he's done in my bathroom, and that's.
I'm assuming, since you're referring to Dalton's asshole, all hairy and whatnot, I'm hoping that there's still the white patches.
Yeah. Like it's all a ghost.
I have not looked.
Fucking white patches
I haven't
of
looked
hair.
that close.
Like
at
his
his
hair.
hair.
Scooby-Doo ass.
His butthole saw a ghost load.
Your beard has been like 8 feet with a ghost load.
Leave him wanting more. Hey guys.
I have not spread his ass.
Is this all bonus material?
No, we're just in overtime. We were supposed to quit 20 minutes ago. I'm just like, you know what, guys?
Why? I could go like 2 more hours
We
about
can.
Dalton's
I'm
asshole.
gonna
I've been with my kids for a month.
I'm gonna do a Patreon after this. This is too good to be true, guys. Do you have any more fucks to give?
You guys, my butthole is a temple.
Ugh, and it's like...
I got the Buddhist temple. It's overgrown.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fucks to give, none.
I've no more fucks to give. My fucks have runneth dry. I've tried to go fuck shopping, but there's no fucks left to buy. I've no more fucks to give, though more fucks I've tried to get.